Hello and welcome to Universe Mode. We have arrived. It is the grandest stage of them all. It is that one night of the year that everyone waits for and hopes that it'll last for an eternity. History will be made, legacies will be created, some in their own right will fall. It is Wrestlemania. It is finally here, and boy oh boy, what a show we have for you here tonight. There are 10 matches, yes. All of them, though, in their own right, have fought and deserved for their way to be on this card. And you're looking at the first of the three world title matches we will be seeing here tonight. The phenomenal one, AJ Styles, challenges the greatest of all time in Seth Rollins for the ECW title. It is the last chance saloon for AJ Styles. It is do or die for him. It is his final chance against Seth Rollins' belt, so long as Rollins holds it. Can AJ Styles overcome the greatest that is Seth Rollins and finally make himself the phenomenal champion? I doubt it. Moving on, we have the biggest grudge match on the card, I feel. There's no title on the line, yet it's in WrestleMania, and it's in a prime spot. There is nothing in the grand scheme of things. There is no title match at the end of this. There's no respect to be earned. These are two guys who just hate each other. These are two guys who cannot stand the sight of each other and look to end what has started and what has been going on for so long. It is last man standing. It is best versus the beast here at WrestleMania. CM Punk, Brock Lesnar. This, if ever you wanted to see a matchup that is just about the desire to win, this is it. But you look at hatred being shared between parties, you look for an alliance of sorts, you're not going to find that in here. Three men who despise the sight of one another, three men who in their own right all have a claim to the World Heavyweight Championship. Only one gets to take it home. Challengers Adam Cole and Marty Scurll look to take the title away from the champion, the modern day Maharaja, Jinder Mahal. This is a last chance saloon in their own rights for the likes of Cole and Scurll. This is Jinder's chance to prove that he is the champion that everyone, especially the Raw general manager, would want him to be. But we get to our main event. This one is a big one. It is the legacy of Bobby Fish, one of, if not the biggest name and the biggest champion we've had in this universe. For nearly 2 years, he has held that WWE Championship collectively. Tonight, he faces perhaps his biggest challenge, the Rainmaker, the Royal Rumble winner, Kazuchika Okada. Bobby Fish is doing anything to protect his legacy here at WrestleMania. Kazuchika Okada wants to do everything he can to reign in a new era, a new ace, if you will, on SmackDown Live. That is your main event of WrestleMania. That is your big matches for WrestleMania. And we're kicking things off with a big one as well. 8-man ladder match for the United States Championship. And as this one gets underway, after going through all of that, I will finally introduce my co-commentator for the evening, the Raw General Manager, Daro Ronaldo.
They said I wouldn't do it. They said there's no way this chump is gonna make it to even the next SummerSlam. But sure enough, here I am representing Raw at WrestleMania.
We've come full circle.
We really have. You know, I'd love to make fun of you as much as I could, but
it's a big stage, and this is how we're kicking things off with your United States Championship match. Look at those participants there. 8 men who want a crack at the belt. Champion Aiden English having to defend against some of his most hated rival in Cody Rhodes, and you saw the others there. Ohno, the Bryan Kendrick, Jeff Hardy, Daniel Bryan, and your best friend.
I'll take the last one. The last one. Lars Sullivan, my best friend, the guy who's walking out of this match the United States champion.
Well, we'll see if that'll be the case. And, of course, another interesting thing to note here is there's going to be no assistance for Aiden English in the way of his stage hands.
Yeah.
If he's going to defend that title, he's got to do it by himself.
Well, I'm not quite sure what they could even do in the first place.
Climb the ladder for him, maybe? I mean, it is no DQ.
Yeah, you got a point. But then that begs the question, if a stagehand brought down the U.S. Championship, would they be the U.S. champion?
I don't think they have contracts. So maybe they just, like, grab it and throw it to Aiden. Maybe that'll work.
I mean, anything
anyway,
could happen.
Since they're not here, so we don't have that... to look forward to, here comes what was supposed to be the original WrestleMania match between these two men, Aiden English and Cody Rhodes. Let me give you the backstory for all of you newcomers here. Aiden English won the United States Championship at the Royal Rumble in a triple threat match involving this man, the former champion Cody Rhodes. Since then, Rhodes has been on a warpath to try and win that title back. Last time they squared off in one-on-one competition, Aiden got himself deliberately DQ'd to hold on to that title. It was then where the Raw general manager decided that if this was going to be a big-time match for WrestleMania, he were going to go over the top with an 8-man ladder match. Now, if you're Cody Rhodes in this perspective, how do you feel when you feel as if you deserve this match and there are now 8 men in this match?
Well, I can't say that I care how Cody Rhodes feels, because think about it. We lose another one-on-one match for some title, and we gain what could probably be match of the night. So, who's complaining, really?
That's a fair point. And here comes this man. It was only, like a month and a half ago he came back, and now he's here at WrestleMania.
Well, one thing that I will say about this ladder match is that it's definitely a chance for opportunity. We're seeing, at least half the competitors come to mind here that you wouldn't normally see them in a title match, you know?
Like Aiden English.
Well, he's one of the best U.S. champions to happen in the last millennia, honestly.
Right, okay.
Anyways, big point. There's opportunity for everyone here, so...
So, if we're going in the perspective, though, of a ladder match, would you not say that that man right there that we just saw, Jeff Hardy, is not the favorite?
Well, I can't be so sure about that, because, I mean, at least one other person comes to mind here that is not too different from Jeff Hardy. That being Daniel Bryan.
Oh, yeah, good shout. But here comes Ohno as well, who was the last kind of late-minute entry into this one. You decided to grant him this opportunity following his, I guess, triumphant defeat to the World Heavyweight Champion Jinder Mahal. But it was, he's still here at WrestleMania. And he seems very happy to be here. And I gotta be honest, I was not expecting a reaction this big for Ohno. But certainly seems as if the WrestleMania crowd may want Ohno to be the new United States Champion.
Definitely possible. And one thing I gotta say about Ohno, maybe one day if the world title scene wasn't so crowded, definitely a potential contender. So I think it's a no-brainer for him to be in this match.
He's won over the Raw crowd. He's even won over the Raw general manager as well. Ohno is certainly a favorite in some ways, as we just saw as with Jeff Hardy as well. There are, how many have come out now? Half the field? A little over half?
Seems about right.
Okay. I think it's half the field. So we got 4 in the ring. And we await the 5th man out. It has come full circle for this man in other ways as well. Last year he closed out this show, winning the World Heavyweight Championship. Now he opens it looking to become United States Champion once more. This was, in a way, the stage where Tyler Breeze became the star that many people who, of course, have been following this universe for some time will know him to be.
Right, and I mean, opening the show can be seen just as good as closing it in some respects, Tyler Breeze, if he wins, he can be remembered for Mania's, for closing and opening a Mania. Well, that's pretty big.
Yeah. I mean, another thing to think about with Tyler Breeze is he's pretty damn good at heading into Mania as a challenger and walking out as a champion. 2 times he's headed in as challenger, 2 times he's walked out as champion. WrestleMania in its own right is a very strong show for Tyler Breeze. It was 2 years ago where he captured the United States Championship, went on to have a very long reign with that belt as well. We have said this a lot. I keep on saying this about Breeze. There is only one thing this man has not done. In terms of a singles competition, and that's winning Money in the Bank. This is pretty close to winning Money in the Bank. You got a ladder. You got something up there to grab.
Well, one point I want to make for Tyler Breeze is that winning this match isn't all about skill. I'd hate to say it, but unless you're a certain someone who's going to come out pretty soon, yeah, it's all based on luck, really. There's no sure factor that Tyler Breeze is going to win this match.
I think
he could be the best in the ring.
I would actually, I would be inclined to agree that he could be the best in the ring. We've seen the growth of Breeze throughout this year. I mean, when you became Raw General Manager, he was in the infancy of his world title reign, a bit of a shocking reign in its own right that it happened. But he went from being kind of an underdog world champion to being one of the staples and one of the faces of Raw. And in a way, this man is looking to try and create the new Tyler Breeze in that perspective. Because this guy went from being nothing to getting his name out there in any way he could.
And he's pulled some iffy tactics, but I mean, it got him a shot at Mania.
Exactly.
The only reason this guy even had beef with Jeff Hardy in the first place is because he saw someone who had momentum that he didn't. A new guy coming in, getting the win. And he took advantage of it, but it worked, so.
This worked for him, it worked for him with another man in this matchup as well, who will be coming out in a little moment, but, yeah, it's your time now.
Oh, boy. Where do I begin? Look at that. What do you think about red lights going everywhere? His nameplate on the back. He got his knee brace all ready and set for Wrestlemania. He's taller than your mama and stronger than your papa. It's Lars Sullivan.
Right. I'm gonna break something to you right away.
Go for it.
Big man. Ladder match. Two things that don't go together.
I disagree. He doesn't need the ladder.
Yes, he does. He's not that big.
Well, is he big or is he not big? I mean,
well, yes, he's taller than your mother, but he's not. He's not taller than. He's not taller than 15 feet.
Look, Lars Sullivan is a man who single-handedly defeated Diesel.
Wow.
He's the man. He's the man who won King of the Ring for the Raw brand.
Jim Paul getting knocked out in the semifinals.
But he won for the Raw brand.
That means nothing.
He's someone who's been virtually unstoppable in the weeks to come following Mania.
Virtually. We'll ignore that time that Tyler Breeze made him lose by countout, yeah? Okay.
Yeah, we're ignoring that.
That time that you were at ringside
winning
for
winning by countout doesn't mean anything.
No, win's the win. But we can keep talking about Lars Sullivan till we're blue in the face, but I can't be bothered for that. Because there's one man left to come out, and I think we're about to watch WrestleMania turn into something completely different. It's about to become the Daniel Bryan show as we see the whole crowd in unison chanting yes as this man runs down the ramp. There's not that many people who can pull this off. This is a true one-of-a-kind thing to witness.
Well, I'd hate to break it to you, but I think those chants were delayed a bit. I'm pretty sure they were meant for Lars Sullivan.
As Daniel Bryan stands on the top turnbuckle, look at that shot that you can see. Look at all the crowds of people chanting yes with Daniel Bryan. No surprise who the crowd favorite is in this one. Daniel Bryan has won every title there is to win on Raw. Now he looks to do it twice. He has 2 world title reigns, 3 world tag title reigns, looking to make it a 2nd United States title reign here at WrestleMania.
Well, there's 7 other men raring to stop him. So it's not going to be an easy
that
task.
ring is. Look at it in there. There's just a sea of humanity.
And Lars Sullivan is the tsunami.
And all for that title that hangs above. How do we call this one? There's so much going on already.
I'll take Lars, you take Jeff Hardy.
I don't even know where Jeff is. Oh, there he is. Okay.
Oh, Lars Sullivan
going
for
as we see it.
Look at that. Look at that power bomb. And we're not even a minute in yet.
Right, there's stuff going on in the ring as well that I'm trying to notice. Jeff Hardy was getting counted. Brian Kendrick trying to roll him up with a sunset flip. Kendrick, you can't win a ladder match by pinfall.
But
Jesus
he could
Christ,
sure
I'm
as
only
hell
just
try.
witnessing Lars' strength on the outside. Is that like the third?
Yeah, looks like it.
Bryan, though, able to fight out early on and send Lars back into the ring. We've now got Cody and Ohno on the outside. Kendrick and Hardy rekindling what they've had in the past. And Breeze and Aiden, who I don't think have had much involvement with each other. Maybe on that battle royal on that we just had on Raw, but that's about it.
It's possible. One thing I got to note so far, if I could be kind of technical for a second, Lars is allowing Daniel Bryan to get offense to, put him in sort of a false sense of security. Very great stuff.
I mean, to be fair, if Daniel Bryan could just walk away and start beating up someone else, as they have started. He's now going after Tyler Breeze, but
And now Lars is going for Aiden English, actually managing to put Lars down. And here on the outside, we have Jeff Hardy and Kendrick. They're still going at it.
Oh, God, this is going to hurt. Kendrick tilt-a-whirl DDT there on the outside. It's the only one ladder there standing. That's because there are so many men around the ring that we already thought having one there would be sensible. There are about another dozen hidden under that ring.
Right.
Just in case, because it wouldn't surprise me if someone broke a ladder.
And for those of you that didn't know, now you can know, Jeff Hardy and D. Bryan Kendrick, they've been kind of beefing going into this Mania. So it's kind of nice how they're letting all that stress out right now.
I was going to continue with your point there, but I think I just saw Daniel Bryan hit a back suplex and Tyler Breeze's head bounce off the steel steps. And now on the outside, we got to see if yes kicks coming into the chest of Breeze. And one across the head. That'll certainly take away your ability to, see straight and walk up that ladder. Breeze, though, fighting back. Hurricanrana for him now. The Brian Kendrick is bringing in the ladder here. That's finally entered the matchup. It is very tough to see what is going on. We do have to be honest. If we miss something, it kind of happens. Why the hell is Lars on the top rope?
Because he's a high flyer, baby.
Arm drag there by Aiden.
Oh, no.
Twist of fate by Jeff Hardy.
Already going into the big moves.
Ladder shot to Cody Rhodes there by Aiden. They are continuing on with what they started.
So
supermodel kick there. Daniel Bryan had to flip to avoid it. And then Breeze got the supermodel kick.
I wasn't even paying attention to the outside.
What else is going on here? Breeze has gone back out of the ring. Lars is left all alone in the ring with the ladder. While that fighting goes on, there's the Kendrick on the outside. Lars is climbing the ladder of all people.
Yes, he's going to do it. The match is over.
Kendrick notices he comes running right back in the ring here for Lars Sullivan.
Yes. No.
Forearms here. That is a long leap for Kendrick to have to pull off. Bryan comes in the ring now. Aiden coming in to stop him. Everyone coming in to try and stop Lars Sullivan here. Oh, they both go.
No. He was so close.
And the ladder went with it as well.
Oh, he was so there.
Cody now with a ladder shot there to Breeze. Ladder shot to Lars. Rhodes now with ladder in hand, going after everyone here to try and take away the parties, but Aiden taking the ladder back of him, slashing him in the face with it. On the outside, Jeff Hardy with a powerbomb there to Ohno. So much has happened already.
Only half the people left in the ring.
Brian Kendrick gets floored with a ladder shot from Aiden.
In a match like this,
on the outside, Kassius Ohno with KO.
That's going to leave Hardy out for at least a half hour.
Oh, I got to commend Aiden for that. I don't know if he meant it or not, but rolling out of the ring, he took the ladder with him. stopped anyone from being able to get up the ladder.
And Cody gave him a kick that sent her right onto the ladder.
What else do we see? Oh, now the yes kicks are going Lars Sullivan's way.
No.
Lighting up the chest there.
No.
The chest almost as red as his attire now as one goes across the head. Breeze in the ring, thinking beauty shot. He missed it. Counter by Kendrick.
Not liking this one bit.
Oh, on
Larry.
the outside, the old variation of the director's cut by Aiden English.
Now,
Aiden
no
now.
man left in the ring.
Aiden with the steel chair. This is all breaking apart on the outside here.
You gotta think nobody is focusing on Lars right now. Now is his chance to climb
The
the
ladder is
ladder.
on the other side of the ring, though.
Oh,
Where all
God.
the sea of humanity is, where everyone with 6 men are currently fighting. Or 5 now.
This
Cody
match
got
is
the
certainly
ladder.
a jungle.
Just smashed Breeze in the face with this, smashed Lars in the face with this, smashed Bryan in the face with it.
Oh no. I don't think
Cody.
Lars' face is doing alright.
Cody's just went swinging for the fences there. There's another ladder. Surprise, surprise. Jeff Hardy wants to be the one to break it in. Breeze is busted open. I think Lars is busted open. And
I can't
Breeze and
watch
Cody
that.
now, they've had their engagements in the past. And Lars Sullivan looking to bring
Yes.
that ladder coming down on both of them. And he
London
can't.
Bridges.
Oh, there goes Breeze's head smashing into that ladder. Rhodes sends Lars
No.
away from him. Bryan set up a ladder over there.
Come on. He's got to pull him down. He could do it.
I'm trying to. Oh, Bryan with a snake eyes into the big ladder out there, but Rhodes just finally stopped from taking the title. Aiden gonna look to push him off. Lars assisting him here.
Yes! My two
There goes
favorite men.
Cody.
My two favorite men working
Oh.
together.
Aiden turns on Lars there, sends him on the ladder.
What?
Aiden English.
What?
Through the ladder.
Why? Why would you do that?
Every man for themselves.
They could have worked together.
Only one was going to be United States champion, and look at how Lars has got up to his feet and is making him pay here. Kendrick and Ohno now up that ladder fighting with one another. Kendrick from all the way up there. Oh my God!
Vicious swinging neck breaker from the top of the ladder.
On the outside, Lars Sullivan.
This could be it.
Accident onto the steps.
Kendrick can
climbs
claim
the ladder.
glory.
Breeze is the only one there who can stop him. He launches himself up the ladder after Kendrick now.
Cody's coming in. Can't stop
Cody
him.
looking to try and get Kendrick off. And he gets so. Kendrick hits the mat. There goes Breeze again.
Old man here is willing to give up the U.S. Championship just like that.
Speaking of the champion right now, he is oh wait. Crossroads!
It looked like Aiden got dropped on his head on the steel steps.
I think he did. I think Aiden is very concussed right about now.
He's
Trying to
out
see if
of
anyone
it.
else is busted open in this one.
Lars
Lars
is
and
trash
Breeze.
talking him.
Lars and Breeze definitely busted open. I don't know if anyone else is. Hang on, Jeff Hardy going up to going up to the high rent district. Oh, might have been thinking Swanton Bomb. No, leg drop as Cody smashes Bryan in the face with the ladder again. Lars
Leg drop.
dismantling Aiden on the outside. The US champ is really in trouble here. And look at this now by Cody. Attacking him there on the outside.
You know, as much as I love watching Lars beat someone up, it's not the best strategy. He probably needs to go for that ladder right now.
Is Lars just hell-bent on getting revenge, though, for being put through the ladder?
No.
Oh, he's put on
No.
the ladder by Aiden.
Who put the ladder there?
Powerbomb. Oh, the director's cut. Two Lars, but he's right back up to his feet. Everyone is fighting everyone. Oh, everyone's down. This is Daniel Bryan's for the taking.
No, Lars.
Bryan rushing for that ladder. Breeze rushing to stop him, and he comes in and he's able to do just that. Rhodes looking to push the ladder down. Can he pull it off here with those two men fighting up high? He can't after all the fatigue in this matchup. Looks to try again.
Maybe he doesn't need to push him over. They're
Breeze,
already.
who hit Rhodes on the way down. Kendrick can't pull Bryan down.
Daniel Bryan fighting off 3 men at once, trying to get him off the ladder.
Way. He finally gave in, and Kendrick here off the ladder with a power bomb. Lars Sullivan on the outside. Freak accident into the steps again for the US champ.
That's about 2 in the same spot.
Finally, he returns to the ring to try and stop Ohno here. 3 men now bringing that ladder down.
Great strategy by Lars, coming right outside.
Crossroads again. Everyone down in the ring but 2 right now. Make that 1. Lars Sullivan distracted there by how to get a ladder into the ring along with himself. There we go, he's done it now.
Well, it's not
Aiden
easy.
Aiden English is still standing.
This is definitely Aiden's A game coming into Mania.
Hits Lars across the face of the ladder. Now on the busted open counter, by the way, when he just noticed Daniel Bryan's busted open.
You know, I gotta say, Larry, now is when this match really matters. Everybody is spent. The next person to climb the ladder can be the new US champion.
Aiden English has him in his clutches here. Director's cut onto the ladder. Oh my god.
Aiden is very vicious tonight. Definitely a different Aiden.
He's doing anything to hold on to that gold. So we got Bryan busted open, Breeze busted open, who just got hit with a ladder. Well done. Lars busted open. I haven't seen Jeff Hardy. He's still recuperating out there.
Daniel Bryan's been out there half the match. Ooh.
Jeff
Aiden
Hardy
English slamming
brings
Cody.
himself up to his feet. He's busted open. That's half the field bleeding.
We're going to have to replace the mat after this match.
Oh, counter there by Jeff Hardy to the Bryan Kendrick. I don't think he had the energy within him there to fly back in. Lars now going after everyone with the ladder. Cody Rhodes, meanwhile, still draped across those ropes. Don't know when that happened, but that happened.
Daniel Bryan barely getting to his feet.
He's back in it, finally. Oh no, German suplex to Lars Sullivan. There are so many bodies in this ring right now. Moonsault by Hardy, who goes after Bryan, looking to send him back to the outside. Bryan keeps himself at bay. Ohno is tipped to the outside. Bryan goes to the outside again. I thought Jeff Hardy was going to fly there.
Bryan just came in just to get knocked out.
Everyone now is reeling in this one. You see how long it's taken him to get up to their feet, but you see, after everything he's taken, the US champ in some way still fighting.
It's definitely strange. It's almost like he took the strength of the stagehands.
Oh yeah, well that combined strength.
Yeah.
Ladder shot there. Oh my god, he's in the ring on his own. This could be the Bryan Kendrick's moment. No, Bryan rushes back in the ring at 100 miles an hour to deny that and sneaks up from behind there. Daniel Bryan going for that ladder. Chaos is ensuing outside. Kendrick could be the only one to stop him here. Has Bryan done it? Daniel Bryan's done it!
And there you have it. Whether you like it or hate it, I'm a bit indifferent. The new United States champion.
It took half the field getting busted open. It took a broken ladder. It took falling off multiple ladders. But he has done it. Daniel Bryan, for the second time, is United States champion and completes the loop. Now has won every belt on Raw twice. Congratulations to Daniel Bryan there. Congratulations to everyone involved, because that was enduring. That was the hardest way to kick things off at WrestleMania. But we've already got a new champion to kick off the night. Could it be 2 after this contest up here? It is certainly the underdogs against the dominant force. It is certainly a David versus Goliath. It is D.I.Y. and the Authors of Pain for the ECW Tag Team titles. Let us get into it. There's no time for rest here at WrestleMania.
You know, I just gotta say, for at least some of those men, that was probably one of their best performances in this universe.
I will give Aiden English credit for actually being a champion in that one. He fought like one, but we have the new United States champion. I cannot wait to see how that belt looks around Bryan's waist, but that is to come. We do have to move on to this next contest. It is D.I.Y. against the Authors of Pain. Gargano and Ciampa getting that title shot on the grandest stage of them all against the team that has run roughshod over ECW and over the tag team division more specifically. D.I.Y. have done everything in their power to make sure that they were the only party that could fight against the Authors of Pain, mostly because the Authors of Pain have run through almost everyone there is. But after consistent beatdowns now from the Authors of Pain and only one little mind game in retaliation, is it too much for the D.I.Y. to be able to become ECW Tag Team Champions? Are they dealing with a force too great here to take those titles away from them?
Well, I remember when I was on that one episode of ECW, I said there were a couple of chumps. You look at Authors of Pain, they're like 4 times the men these two are.
Well, so far you're 0-1 with your predictions, so...
Okay, can we really blame me on the last one?
I mean, yeah. You're blinded by Lars
No,
Sullivan.
we can't blame me.
No, we can.
I'm looking through Lars' tinted glasses, and it's working.
You take him off. You see reality.
No.
He's not the winner.
Nope.
He's not a star.
Right there, see Lars, and Lars.
Right, Paul Ellering does not look like Lars Sullivan. He's a
So
cute
the other. Anyways, I don't remember your input on this match. Didn't really care. So who do you think's winning?
I think it's going to be Authors of Pain.
And you were trying to mock me, but sure enough, you also have some semblance of sense.
I think it's Authors of Pain because they are trying to make D.I.Y. into husks, essentially, of their former selves. They have taken everything they can to them to put them away. Steel chairs on more than one occasion. Beatdowns, 2-on-1 beatdowns, 2-on-2 beatdowns, whatever they can just to beat down D.I.Y., they've done it. And
So
I feel as if that it can have an effect. But in the same aspect, if D.I.Y. won, I would be incredibly happy.
So, do you think D.I.Y. is 100% right now?
No.
Oh, man.
I don't think they're even close to 90.
You need 110% to even take down one of these guys, I'm reckon.
You see them standing there, the Authors of Pain, captured the tag team titles in December, I believe. And now looking to hold on to them here at WrestleMania. Their manager at their corner, the man who brought them to those titles in Paul Ellering. He has not been banned from ringside. He is going to be here to instruct them, much the same as Paul Heyman will in that main event here tonight. Gargano will start things off here against Akam. Bell rings and we are underway in this one. And already they're targeting the parts of Gargano that they have beaten down repeatedly. The ribs, the back. They've gone to it with their bodies. They've gone to it with strikes. They've gone to it with steel chairs.
You know, I gotta say, my boy didn't win the last match, but at least it was entertaining. By the looks of this is going to be a slaughter.
Well, we'll see. I mean, Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa aren't ones to just throw in the towel. If it's going to be a slaughter, they'll go out swinging until their throats are finally slit. Just watching on early here to see what the plan is, what Paul Ellering has told them to do. How he is looking to write the final chapter for D.I.Y. here at WrestleMania. It's all been at the back and those ribs so far. And it's smart.
The authors are definitely no nonsense. You don't see this match starting with any chain wrestling, none of that. It's just slams and strikes.
To be fair, I think if they started chain wrestling, even with the smaller frames of Gargano and Ciampa, I think they'd lose because these guys are skilled at that in their own right. Leaping cutter there by Gargano. First big move he's got in. Goes straight into the cover on Akam. He has to take every opportunity as it's presented to him. And now Gargano has turned the pace around here. Maybe he finally can turn D.I.Y.'s way. Oh, just took too long there. And Razor sent him flying off that top rope. Gargano crawls though and tags in Ciampa.
He deserved that one.
Psycho killer in the ring here, but instantly gripped into the clutches of Akam. And his back as well will be honed in on.
You see, even with those desperate tags, it's not seeming to matter. I just don't see how D.I.Y. even are going to have a chance.
Razor in off the tag there, and oh my god, just ran down Ciampa. Didn't even do any kind of move, just his own body weight there running him down. Up in the air now, looking for a suplex of sorts, countered by Ciampa.
Ooh.
Oh, over the head leg drop there. But he can't do any big move. Razor just pushes him away.
It's not going to matter to these guys. You're going to have to go in with them at least 10 minutes before you can start slamming them.
Ciampa starting to go to work there, though. Knocked him down with that dropkick. Followed up with the elbow. It is tough to try and find a way to knock out Authors of Pain without just swinging everything at them and hoping something sticks. There's no game plan to trying to finish off Authors of Pain. Maybe trying to drag them out to a long match is the way. But even then, how much of a beating can you afford to take before the fatigue of the Authors of Pain sets in?
It's like for every rock you throw at them, they just bludgeoned your skull. So, how far can you really go against the Authors of Pain?
Ciampa is retaliating every move he takes with something back so far. He is trying here, and he goes into the turnbuckle. Tag made. Gargano back in. Might be their tactic to success is having to tag out. Dual moves here being brought in by D.I.Y.
Ooh.
With a hard knee in the face as well, and denies the chance for Akam to get tagged back in there. Gargano had to act quickly. And indeed he did so. Oh, didn't bring in much success as he's being sent to the top rope there, but Gargano counters on the turnbuckle. Oh, caught out of midair.
You just never know when these guys are going to reverse something. It's dangerous.
I don't think Gargano's going to be able to fight out of this one. Might have been looking to put him up on the top rope again. They're running neckbreaker by Gargano. Comes flying in with it. D.I.Y. have put up a better fight than they showed in the first minute of this matchup. Certainly took them a little while to get going. Look at this. Look at that by Gargano.
Was that the director's cut?
It was. And a cover. Oh, but a 2 count. They're looking for... Well, they were looking for anything there. Looked as if they may have had Authors of Pain on a back foot for a moment, but that was quickly derailed. STO now. Sending him into his own turnbuckle here. Runs in. Caught with an elbow in the face, though, by Gargano.
You know, I gotta give a bit of credit to D.I.Y., but...
Wait. This could be the one. There it is. Super kick. Knee in the back of the head. Ciampa moves into cover, but right next to Akam.
Not
right
even a
next
one
to the
count.
Authors of Pain corner. Broken up there by Akam.
Now you gotta think, if he could tag into his partner, that really meant nothing.
Could mean something in the long term. I mean, they just rattled his head from both sides there.
But now he has time to recover as a fresh man has entered.
Akam back in the ring now off the tag. What will they do here? Drapes him out across the rope and just pushes him back. Simple but effective. Gargano calling for the tag here. Ciampa trying to crawl over to his tag partner. And that was almost just sadistic there by Akam.
He was watching.
Gave him a sense of false hope.
Very similar.
We're going to see from Ciampa now. He drags himself up to that top rope. Ciampa went to fly there, but took too long. Oh no. Here comes the Russian leg sweep from Akam. And if he acts quickly, I know what's coming next.
It's gonna
Into
hurt.
the turnbuckle. Tag made. Oh, this could be it. Here we go.
Finish it.
The last chapter from the Authors of Pain. Akam turns his back, however, and that allows Gargano to run right in and then into a spine buster.
He's saying you could break up my tag, but it's not going to mean anything. I'll just hit the finisher 5 more
Oh my
times.
god. The running lariat there by Razor. But Ciampa is still fighting. He's on his own right now, but he's going for it. This is where the Psycho Killer gets dangerous. When you pin his back against the wall, he will look to try and rip something off, and it might be the arm of Razor here that he looks to tear off. Ciampa tearing away at that shoulder, tearing away at the arm as a whole. Doesn't matter how big you are, when your muscle is starting to tear away, you've got to tap out, but Razor gets himself out of it in a very sophisticated way as well. Didn't just lug himself at it to try and get away, to try and get out of it.
You could hardly hear any, he wasn't even screaming. Almost effortlessly getting away from that hold.
I don't think these are the guys to scream, in all fairness, at being hit by moves. Tag made now. What are they going to do here? Oh my god. In the turnbuckle. Lashing away there with those clubs that they call fists. Ciampa is in no man's land right now. Oh, just run down by Akam.
You know, you see Gargano over there begging for a tag. If he gets it, it could possibly make a difference, but AOP looking hot from start to finish here.
This is getting a bit much now on this beatdown of Ciampa, but he still has a gasp of breath within him. But Akam looks to quickly derail that out of him and derail all the wind out of his throat as well. Ciampa crawls, he gets Gargano.
Oh my god.
Just Bailey making that tag and Johnny wrestling in now. Enziguris to bring down Akam.
Akam showed just a second of not caring, and that's all it took.
He's going to do it again here. Down goes Akam, but Gargano on his own. Ellering slid in a chair somewhere along the way. Gargano knows he can't finish them on his own, but he's going to keep fighting here. Up to the top rope. Misses with the frog splash.
You know, I gotta say,
he forces himself up to his feet on the outside, and this one, though, is back to the Authors of Pain's kind of match.
Gargano probably needed to take a pin there, but he chose to go to the top rope.
Gargano still fighting here. Ciampa forced himself up to his feet. They're going to look for it again. They're going to try it again. Once more. With the kick and the knee. Ellering now getting involved. Trying to save his Authors of Pain.
Twice in this match, that move not finishing it. Do you think
that one wasn't down to it? That one was down to the manager, though. The referee chose to get distracted by Ellering there instead of counting the pin. And now Ellering trying to distract Ciampa here.
Well, whether the circumstances, the fact of the matter is that didn't finish the match. Do you think they could get that move in again?
Probably as a last gasp, it might be the only move they could try and get in. Ciampa again going to a submission here. Locking in something along the lines of Gargano escape now. Razor is down on the outside. Would they be able to force the Authors of Pain to submit at WrestleMania? Ellering almost begging for him to not tap out there. But Ciampa acts right on the moment. Throws him back into the turnbuckle. And to answer your question, yes they will.
No
Again
way.
with the strike.
Is that going to be the one?
D.I.Y. into count. Razor sent on his way. D.I.Y. Our ECW Tag Team Champions. Don't ever tell David he can't beat Goliath.
I'm eating my words.
After everything that the Authors of Pain threw at them, every single thing they did to make sure they wouldn't make it to WrestleMania, not only have they made it, but they are champions. D.I.Y. have done it.
You know, I gotta say, for whatever reason, I'm not sad. I don't feel any grief for my prediction being wrong. They kind of bought me over this match.
That was incredible. That was the refusal to lose being shown. That was incredible. I gotta say, that was truly incredible. But speaking of truly incredible, this match up next might also fall under that category. It is the Intercontinental title. It is a fatal four-way. The current champion, two former Intercontinental champions, and the rising star looking to win that belt here at WrestleMania. This one, in its own way, has a lot of bad blood heading into it. And most of it, in fact, no, actually all of it, revolves around this one man here, Kevin Owens.
Yeah, I do remember I was on one episode of SmackDown, and this man caused quite a bit of chaos.
He went one step further after that. Not only did he do what he saw on that night, but I believe it was the week after. He had the Intercontinental Championship match against Finn Bàlor. Didn't want to win the title. Smashed Bàlor about with a chair. Took Bàlor out of action for a little while. And Kevin Owens took pride in everything that he did. Owens knows that he is the one that everyone hates in this matchup, and he loves it. But Owens also knows that he can shut anyone's mouth at a moment's notice. He knows this is fatal four-way. He knows that if he uses a chair this time around, he can't get DQ'd. He knows that this could become his show and his second Intercontinental title. All depends on if he can do that, because this is a man coming out who has bad blood with Kevin Owens raging back a long, long way before WrestleMania. But this is a man who in his own right has risen up the card, has risen his way through the rankings. The runner-up of this year's King of the Ring now has a chance to become the Intercontinental Champion.
So, I'm not really seeing Kevin Owens' logic here. How is pissing off three other men helping you in a fatal four-way match?
Because he gets to beat them all up.
Sure.
He's not thinking logically here. He's just thinking with his fists. He's just thinking about how can he piss off people even more. He's targeted them all. You saw him take a chair to Kota Ibushi and just dismantle him. We saw him do it to Finn Bàlor. But that's just how Kevin Owens operates. But he's had his mouth shut up, I think, a little bit. A week and a half ago on SmackDown Live when Ibushi beat Kevin Owens in one-on-one competition. Getting revenge for that, for the chair shots a few weeks prior. Well, we talked about Tyler Breeze coming full circle. So does this man, but in a different way. He headed into last WrestleMania champion. He heads into this one challenger. But he heads into it still with the same amount of charisma and love from the crowds. Surprise, surprise. Everyone is singing along to Shinsuke Nakamura.
He's definitely looking fly tonight, I gotta say. And I believe this is my first, maybe, time seeing Shinsuke.
It might be. It might be.
Because I know soon after I became the Raw General Manager, he was no longer on Raw. So, kind of a loss.
He got drafted before, the week before, I think, or 2 weeks before, one of the two, before he became GM. He went to SmackDown, and he's had a whale of a time on SmackDown. He's had some absolutely whopper matches. He main evented a pay-per-view with the Intercontinental Championship because it was against Brock Lesnar, which he won.
He's definitely shining tonight. Really liking it. Everybody's singing along.
The reaction from this crowd here to sing along to Nakamura's theme is just great. Every week that he's wrestling, you hear this, but every week it's great. But at WrestleMania, it's even better.
You see the big flaring lights on the back. He's got a. Does he normally wear this flashy getup? Well, this Nakamura cat kind of just bought me over, but I have a gut feeling that Kevin Owens is going to take it.
Alright.
Because I let it set in, I let it settle, and if he really did piss off these other three men, that means they're off their game. They got to be, even just a little bit. And I think if I'm thinking there's a lot more of what's going on, who do you think is going to win?
Yeah, I can't predict it. I think it's all too close to call. So interesting. That's what I truly think makes this such an interesting affair. I don't know who can win this one. Oh my. Oh my, oh my, oh my. What I do know is that Kevin Owens has pissed off Finn Bàlor enough for this to happen. I know it's WrestleMania, and I know it's a big night, but this is geared towards Kevin Owens as well. Brace yourselves for it. It may be about to become nighttime here at WrestleMania, but this will still be a spectacle in itself as we await the arrival of him here. There's got to be just a bit of doubt and worry in the mind of Kevin Owens, because here's the Intercontinental Champion, but more importantly, here's the Demon.
Wow.
Just watch along here as the Demon heads towards the ring. This is his, I guess if you would, this is his psyche game. He comes towards the ring and makes the people watch. He makes them realize, or makes Kevin Owens realize what he's done, what he's caused, what is here at WrestleMania. And when you've got that kind of, when you've got something like that looking at you in the face, it can certainly put you off your game.
He's definitely kind of coming at the same tactic I was describing Kevin Owens doing, in his own way.
And we look at the crowd here as well, in unison with Finn Bàlor as well. Demon or not, certainly seems as if the crowd is split between Nakamura and Bàlor in this one. which was, you know, back in December. I don't truthfully remember. I think there might have been once after that, maybe, but I'm not 100% certain on it. The Demon didn't come out to win the Intercontinental title at the Royal Rumble, but the Demon has come out to try and retain the title here tonight. And the Demon's record when it comes to defending that championship is pretty good. I can only think of one time where he headed in as champion and didn't head out with the belt as the Demon, and it was to the man on his left for the World Heavyweight Championship. So with that being said, I wonder where we go from here. We start this match off, Nakamura and Owens, rekindling their old rivalry with one another. Ibushi wanted to go straight for the champion. So, so you're 100% on the side of Kevin, on Camp Kevin Owens, yeah? Even
yes,
after
sir.
the arrival of the Demon?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm just checking. Right, so if you're Kevin Owens and you've pissed off everyone in this match and say everyone has a personal vendetta against you, how do you win?
Well, when you're angry, you're clumsy. You wait till they're clumsy and you counter.
But like, Kevin Owens always seems permanently angry. So how far is that getting him?
Well, I guess you could say he uses that anger to his advantage. Clearly.
Oh god, we're about to see the Demon do something stupid. Race wins! He just kicked Ibushi in the back of the head.
Almost forcing him into the steel steps.
Meanwhile, back in the ring, Nakamura and Owens going at it. Now, usually, rules of this universe dictate that Fatal 4-Ways are usually false count anyway. Yes? Yes, you know this rule to be true?
Yes, yeah.
This time it is not. This time the fall must happen in the ring because we're saving the false count anyway for later on tonight, if you know what I mean.
Well, if you don't...
Oh, look at that double team there on Owens.
The crowd getting kind of vocal.
Certainly, unless it seems as if the Demon has allowed them to go on Camp Finn Bàlor. Great move there by Ibushi. Took a sling blade and realized that Bàlor was going to take flight, so he went out to the apron to recover. That is smart.
After Bàlor's previous move, though, I'm not sure if he would have cared.
Bàlor will go after Owens now with a sling blade. Ibushi still wants a piece of Bàlor, though. Drop kick to the Demon. And look at Ibushi looking to try and steal a cover here to become champion. Aww.
Finn Bàlor rolling more than halfway across the ring.
I know. That was very weird to see him deciding decide to do that.
There were two sides closer to him, but whatever.
We got Owens and Ibushi going at it. Nakamura adds himself back in the ring, looking for the exploder suplex. Ibushi's like, no, this is my move. And Owens with a beautiful counter there into that DDT. Counter by Nakamura, sends him into the turnbuckle. Owens getting vicious there with a knee in the face.
You know, this is going to be a very similar bout to the opener of tonight's Mania. Everyone really has a chance to steal this.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And of course, the big thing, you know, the champion doesn't have to be pinned. That champion's advantage is gone. Owens could pin Ibushi.
Bàlor looking for
Bàlor
something
right now, flying in, shotgun dropkick to Nakamura. Owens, though, not going to allow him to go for coup de grace. Oh, we saw this move a lot to Ibushi on SmackDown Live the other week, just targeting the neck. DDT at that angle as well. And now, of all the alliances we could have seen, Owens and Nakamura teaming together to beat up on Bàlor.
When you have this supposed Demon, it's going to take more than one man to put him out.
Ibushi still trying to fight, though. He's got Nakamura in there. Like a brainbuster Falcon Arrow. There's the Owens breaker, though. Ibushi going to go up high. Is he thinking Phoenix Splash here? Yes, he is, and he gets it.
But I don't think he's going to be able to capitalize.
He goes to get rid of Owens, though, right away, maybe to try and give him that opportunity. Owens sent to the outside. Bàlor still recovering, but Ibushi wants Owens now. That
almost
leaves
seeming
Nakamura and Bàlor in the ring. Oh, no, they're all back in the ring now.
almost seeming to hit that Phoenix Splash exclusively for the style.
It's certainly a stylish one, I'll give him that. Sling blade there by Bàlor. He heads up to the top rope now. Is he thinking coup de grace?
I think he is.
Oh, yes, he is. Coup de grace to Nakamura.
And he
into the
gets
cover. No, Owens is right there.
We could have saw this. Uh-oh.
Owens might have been thinking pop-up powerbomb there to Nakamura. Bàlor keeps fighting back here. And as a result of it, Bàlor can have it instead. Pop-up powerbomb.
Can we see a new IC champion?
He's thrown him into the turnbuckle, but he doesn't think that's enough to get rid of Nakamura. What a counter by the King of Strong Style.
I believe that might be called a Uranagi.
It is. It is. And Nakamura looks to steal the cover here, but Ibushi rampant to make the save. It seems as if Bàlor and Owens are the one taking all the offense in this one. Oh. Ibushi may be thinking that top rope powerbomb there. Countered though. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa! Kinshasa!
But Bàlor's in the ring. It's not going to matter.
Nakamura counters Bàlor though. He's down. No, he's not. He's right back up to his feet. Into the cover they go. All the parties are in the ring. No chance of him getting that. Bàlor going right for Nakamura now. Another sling blade. Nakamura retreats out of the ring here. This has been very much anyone's game so far. Staying true to the point that anyone can win it.
Yeah. At every point, every man has hit their big move so far.
Well, now we're back to these two men, Owens and Bàlor, in the ring with one another. What this all kind of circulated towards was these two fighting. Forearm shot there, and I imagine Bàlor would have nothing more than to retain his title by pinning Kevin Owens. Looking for bloody hell. He connects with it.
And he gets it.
Nakamura's in the ring with him, though.
The trend we keep seeing, this sling blade, the trend we keep seeing this whole match is that you're hitting a big move, but if someone else is in the ring, it's not going to matter.
Oh, look at that by Kevin Owens. He could sense coup de grace was on its way, and he yanked himself up to his feet as quick as he could. Bàlor, though, will change things up.
Oh,
He'll go
my
to the
Lord.
other turnbuckle. Another one for Nakamura. Coup de grace, but Ibushi stands right there waiting. Oh, that was not wise by Ibushi there, just wasting a cover. Facebuster there. Bàlor, though, doesn't seem to have it in him to go right for the cover.
All the while, Nakamura is recovering.
Here we go now. Cover finally on Nakamura, hoping it's enough. No way. It might have been enough right to the moment because that was the second coup de grace on him, but Ibushi kind of made that not happen. Crowd is certainly on Finn's side, though, I will say that.
Yeah.
Nice Hurricanrana there. Ibushi going to go top rope. I think he is planning on another Phoenix Splash. Oh my god, what a leaping knee by Bàlor.
Every man in this match is just so eager to get out their big moves that it's costing them.
Superplex. Oh no, Ibushi counters the superplex. Finn Bàlor hits the mat. Bàlor might get it instead. Oh no, he rolled out of the ring. And Owens is left alone with Ibushi. Oh, your prediction may come true. Ibushi stuffs the pop-up power bomb.
No man is willing to give it up so far. Nakamura trying to sneak it.
Oh, he was close.
Could you imagine that?
Owens looks to steal the cover. Nakamura right there. Desperation kind of sinking in now to be the champion. Another Uranagi slam by Nakamura to Owens.
You know, I think
drop there. Somehow got both of them with it.
Nakamura just might need this win more than any other man in this match.
How do you think? How have you come to that conclusion?
Well, he came into last Mania not losing the championship, rather. This time, is he really going to leave another title match losing? It might really just be hard to bounce back from that.
Oh, Kinshasa!
We're not going to have to worry about it.
1. No, Ibushi pulled himself up to his feet to make the save.
Because, you know, it could have been a whole year. It could have been 5. Losing that main event, that's nerves.
Okay, I'll agree with you there. That's a really sensible point you've made. Spinning heel kick there to Ibushi. He rolls out of the ring. Whatever that was by Owens, it was convoluted, but it certainly worked. Owens now. Hard elbows to Bàlor. Forearm shot. What is Finn? Finn has something in his mind, Shade. Because is he looking to just take care of business, though? That might be the case. Bloody hell there. Misses the drop kick on Owens, though. They play for as long as they've been in this matchup. They're still feeling pretty fresh. At least in the case of Kevin Owens. As much as fatigue should have set in by now, and I think it has, they're still just showing that drive and desire for victory. Bàlor hits hard, leaves an open door for Ibushi here. Powerbomb is stuffed. Owens with an Owens break and a Nakamura. Bàlor rolls out of the ring.
Ibushi now has a chance in the long while to capitalize.
Nakamura is just crawling around senselessly, essentially. What a moonsault by Ibushi!
Out of nowhere.
From the top rope, no less, as well. You see people do the springboards from the middle rope. Nakamura and Bàlor want to take it to the outside here, it seems. They might want to keep an eye on the inside, though, where the magicals can be decided.
Yeah, you know, in any other situation, that would be a smart move, but I can't say this the same for this match.
Oh, no. On the inside, camel clutch applied by Owens after everything Ibushi's gone through. Will he tap out? Is this how Owens wins his second Intercontinental title? Ibushi just denies the chance to quit. These kicks here, repeated kicks there by Nakamura into the back, and a drop kick there by Ibushi. Returns to taking out Bàlor now.
Ibushi finishing off what Nakamura started. Can he capitalize from the top rope?
Oh, coup de grace of his own. But it gets him nothing. Owens quick to reverse. Nakamura quick to reach the ring post.
And the opportunity is up for the two men that were just in the ring, because now Bàlor's here.
I'm just trying to see what anyone has to do to win here. This could be a case of, if, you know, the ring is kept to themselves, it could be a case of next finisher wins.
Oh, I gotta agree there.
They're all looking now, you know, they all had that burst of energy a moment ago, but now they're starting to look spent again. To see how long Ibushi is taking to get up to his feet here.
As long as there's any more than two men in this ring, I don't see this match ending anytime soon.
I agree with you there. Nakamura going to go up to the middle rope here. Will he look for that big middle rope knee to Ibushi here? Bàlor going to stand by and watch it happen as Ibushi eats a hard knee. Drop kick there, though. Nakamura rolls out of the ring, and the tired, exhausted Ibushi is left all to the grasp of Finn Bàlor. Bloody Sunday!
That could be all she wrote. Ibushi could be out for the count. No one is there to stop it.
Owens can't bring himself up to his feet. Nakamura hasn't recovered Ibushi, though. I thought that was it. I gotta be honest, I thought that was it.
I definitely did too.
Both men are down. Is he really gonna... From up there? This is gonna hurt. No. This is gonna have some kind of retrospective effect. A coup de grace to both men. But Ibushi returns to his feet. I think Owens softened way too much of the blow for him. Landslide by Nakamura. Ibushi looks to steal the cover after that coup de grace. Nakamura breaks it. As you said, your point about more than two men in the ring holding up true there.
That could have just been it. Nakamura looking almost... Uh-oh.
Exploder suplex there, but does he have the energy within him to go for the Kinshasa? Ibushi sent off the ropes. Nakamura looked for a knee of sorts there, but couldn't connect. German suplex, countered. Bàlor just slyly watching on here. Ushigoroshi now by Nakamura, but the fatigue of that move sets in there. Slow, very slow getting up to his feet. Owens sent to the outside. Drop kick to Nakamura. Bàlor just cleared the ring so he'd be all alone.
Looking for the final one.
Oh no, Ibushi turned around at the last second. Ibushi showing his desire goes all the way. But Bloody Sunday number 2. Ibushi may well have just fought on to his final breath to deny Finn Bàlor victory. But Bàlor overcomes the numbers. The demon retains.
Just as you see Nakamura going to break up the pin, it was all for naught.
So close though to breaking up the pin was Nakamura. Close but not close enough. That feeling of another WrestleMania loss can eat away at Nakamura. Finn Bàlor has held on to the belt once again here. That was probably one of, if not the toughest title match Bàlor has had since winning that belt, or since winning any belt. But he did it.
Well, not everyone gets to be holding a belt at the end of the day at WrestleMania, but sure enough, the demon pulled through.
I have to give credit to Kota Ibushi for hanging in as long as he did, but we have to move on because it's time for business to be settled between these two women. A rematch from Armageddon. Go on, take it away, take it away. This is yours.
Practically the two shining stars of the women's division, not only on Raw, but possibly even in the universe. And they're finally getting everything balls to the wall. Someone's probably dying tonight. You have Paige pretty much bringing legitimacy back to a women's division in this universe. And it almost came out of nowhere, I think you can agree. Rosemary comes back, going from zero to anti-hero. And now she's the most dominant woman on Raw, save for Paige. You could agree?
I'm in total agreement with you there. We've seen these two women collide in one-on-one matches now. Technically it's 2-1 to Paige, but that was when Rosemary was at her weakest. If we go from the anti-hero stage, it's one apiece. And it's all to play for. We have seen the desperation from both women to want to hold on to this title. We saw the mind games Rosemary played, kept on saying, maybe I'll give you a match. Forced Paige to beat her to get that match. She did. And it's almost fitting that right now, Nightfall has occurred here at WrestleMania.
And
because
you
when
know,
a match like this is happening, Nightfall is for the Brood is their calling.
In this kind of setting, a normal match just isn't going to do it at that point. These two women need to go at it with all they got.
Paige declared the match the other week on Raw. Hardcore.
And if you look last week, this past Raw and the Raw before that, Rosemary has a bloodlust.
Yep.
And she tried to hold it in, I guess. She tried to keep it to herself, but it kept seeping out. But now's the night. The nightfall.
We saw the anger they have for one another as well at this past Monday on Raw when they decided to go all around the arena, trying to tear each other apart. Neither one really got the advantage, but you just have this feeling it's more than a belt. With that being said, who do you take in this one? Who, as you know, not from the Raw general manager's perspective, but from an unbiased perspective, who do you take?
You know, Bullet Club and everything aside, just like you said, completely unbiased, I think Rosemary's going to take it.
We're in disagreement.
Oh, yeah?
I'm going with Paige. I think this is... It's just got to be Paige's time. I just think it's got to be Paige.
Well, I dare say Paige's time was when the Bullet Club was still kicking. And,
well,
Rosemary definitely reclaimed, and I think she's here to stay.
Well, only one of us can be right if that's the case, and we'll find out which one it's going to be. One thing we do know is I would be surprised if both these women are on Raw tomorrow night.
Oh, definitely.
This one is going to hurt. There's a lot of things underneath that ring. There are ladders from that US title match. There are other weapons stored around, because not only do we have this match, of course, but we also have the last man standing. Anything you see around this arena can be used as a weapon between these two women. And here we go. And Paige has decided to take the early fight here to Rosemary. Or not. This is what it's going to be like, I think, from the start. Just clubbing each other back and forth.
Very reminiscent of tactics we'd see something like AOP do. And these women are half their size. Twice as vicious.
Knee in the face there by Paige as we get things going here. She has come out of the gate swinging more than Rosemary has. But there's a hard elbow to the back there to counter it. Rosemary looking to go out here. Face buster into Paige.
It's not to say Rosemary has been exactly complacent, but you got to think how Paige is feeling right now. She's probably boiling up.
I think both these women are in that way. I think they're both just boiled over with anger. They are this hatred for one another. Gets to be exerted here. What do we see? Oh my God!
Oh, what would you even call that?
You see the thing though, Rosemary went right into the cover. Whether or not that's, wearing her down or not, she is complacent with ending the match this soon. I don't think Paige is.
I'd even go as far to say she's taunting Paige. Saying, this is all I needed.
Well, she was definitely wrong, because Paige is still fighting here. It's very 50-50. Paige has had more moves, but Rosemary's had the bigger impact of moves. Paige will now go for a cover of her own. Maybe trying to return the favor. I'm just waiting to see a weapon. I've got to be honest.
Oh, it's going to be a matter of time. And you got to think, like you said, whoever loses, they're probably not coming back on Raw tomorrow.
Oh, no. They'll be too... They'll have lost not because, the other person got lucky, but because they couldn't fight. Here we go. Here they come.
And it begins.
Rosemary, surprise, surprise, being the one to bring in the weapons first. Here comes a kendo stick. Batter up, oh, Paige ducks it.
Ooh.
Into the gut there of Rosemary. And now she goes swinging with the kendo stick.
Rosemary eating her own words at this point.
Paige, though, dumping that kendo stick outside. Maybe she's not ready to use a weapon yet. I would. No DQ. Swing for the fences.
You gotta
use
think.
anything. Oh, whoa, 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 already?
Uh-oh.
What?
Whoa.
Page Turner.
Could it really be over?
Go on. Go on. One,
1,
2, and oh. But she got a 2 count this early. Think about that. This early. She struck with that. And got 2.
She's really pushing for it. She really wants this, but she hasn't won me over yet.
She's going to take us to the ropes here now. Oh, my goodness. Oh, this is going to be the first time we're going to see something of this here tonight.
She's setting up for something huge.
The first time someone risks it all for victory. Paige is going to fly with suicide dive.
And it hits.
Those two women just crushing on the outside. They're nothing to protect Paige from her entire body colliding with the floor as well. But that just goes to show what this means. That goes to show that everything is at stake for that one victory.
I gotta commend Paige. I gotta commend Paige there, but it's not called a suicide dive for nothing. She probably really hurt herself just then.
But I think from the way Rosemary just basically curled up as a result of the impact. I think she got hurt just as badly. Rosemary, though, sending them back in the ring. She looks for another weapon here. And it's going to be a steel chair. And Paige ran right into that one. Just, oh.
You gotta wonder if that's Rosemary's approach. She's the one going for the weapons. Aside from that one kendo stick hit, Paige hasn't even touched a weapon. Aside from the chair going into her face.
Oh, and here goes Rosemary now. She's gone. She's taken a page out of the other book. Thank you very much to the US title match for supplying her with a weapon that she needs. A ladder has been brought into the fray. Paige on the outside is not able to contend with Rosemary right now.
Ladder match or not, that's 12 feet worth of steel.
What else will Rosemary do here? She has Paige in her grasp right now. She has a relative... I was going to say she has a relatively weakened. Maybe I was proven wrong. Paige there with a hard lariat to get herself alive. Oh, into the step she goes. You know, when we see this in... You know, when we see this in a confrontation involving... Like when we saw the 8-man ladder, you know, it was tough to watch, but it was good. These two, you know, women are not built as tough as men are. Let's be honest. It's not opinion. It's just fact that that's the case. So these hurt even more.
Well, I dare say that U.S. match, there was even like a sense of playfulness, you know? Maybe we were having a little fun watching it. This is like watching a massacre.
Oh, yeah.
It's a dogfight.
This is, you know, we were waiting for those weapons to be used and we were looking forward to people falling off ladders. This one, I'm not looking forward to a big move being hit. Oh, no, I just jinxed it. The Red Wedding. No less.
No way.
Onto a steel chair.
Onto the chair.
Rosemary may well have just finished off Paige. No, this can't be it. One, two. Yes. This one stays alive a little longer, but Paige needs to get something going fast.
I think that's going to be a testament to the rest of the match. It could be over in a snap. Just
Speaking
like
of
that.
Snapping right now, there could be some ribs of Paige's snapping when a steel chair is being caved into them. Here comes the ladder again. Rosemary seems to have something in mind. She's just as she is showing her confusion almost mentally when it comes to the use of that ladder. There's a shot finally by Paige, taking the ladder to the champ. Oh, and again.
Oh, this is the second time in this match we're going for a weapon. Only hurt Rosemary.
Rosemary, though, acting a little bit desperate now, just takes down Paige and starts swinging. She dumped the ladder out of the ring, and I wonder if maybe she was thinking about using another weapon in a moment or not, but Rosemary has changed that game plan here. Oh, these two women are way too back and forth with one another right now. The tide keeps on turning in this matchup. Spinning back of us now. Look at Paige flurrying away. Stuff by Rosemary.
But Rosemary is able to fire right back, sending a hard knee into Paige's forehead.
What is Rosemary thinking here? Paige is getting up to her feet slowly, stunned. Oh no. Oh, went for the chair into the gut. Paige moved out of the way.
Whoa. That was a bit of a weird move to see from Paige, but it certainly was effective, keeping Rosemary on the ground.
Just saw the move. Oh, okay. Well, Paige is showing now that she's not scared to use weapons. She brings the table into the ring, but Rosemary will be the one to use it first. Oh, God. Now, this isn't a tables match, but you got to think, can either of these women really kick out if they're sent through a table? Well, we'd find out, wouldn't we? She just flew at her there. Rosemary thinking about where to put that table. She wanted to put the ladder in the turnbuckle earlier. She put in the table, definitely. Perched up against the turnbuckle there. She has something in mind for it, and knowing Rosemary, it's too sick and twisted to even try and guess. I don't think there's... Once again, keeping the trend of the match, Paige is able to pick up the upper hand on Rosemary every time she goes for a weapon. Oh, she sends her into the table now.
Uh-oh.
Rosemary sent through that table. Maybe not as much as Paige would like it. That dropkick struck, but it didn't. Oh, this may do it though. Following up quickly with a Paige turner.
It could finish it up.
Count 1, 2. Oh.
Wow.
How do you throw everything, almost everything at your opponent, and she's still kicking out at 1?
You gotta think. You gotta let that think, Larry. Earlier, when she had to kick out at 2, that was probably mind games.
Maybe the case. Paige there, she has another table, but she's not ready to use it just yet. Oh, I thought she might have been thinking German suplex there.
And you know,
Rosemary dumps her on her face. And she's really going to look for another weapon?
You know,
yes.
this is the Brood. You don't know when there's some sort of spiritual second wind in play.
Oh my god! Oh, no, that's too far. A kendo stick is fine, but a ball bat.
A metal one, no less.
Just right into her face. Paige may be concussed after that. Paige could even be blinded if she's, you know, if she hit her too hard. Oh god! Oh! This is getting a bit over the line now, but this is what they wanted. This is what they both wanted.
It's been back and forth the whole bout, but heavily in Rosemary's favor now.
What does she have in mind with that table? She's already been through one. Can she afford to go through another as her head just got smacked onto that baseball bat?
Paige letting out a primal scream. Possibly even looking for the... Ooh.
Stuffed there by Rosemary. Oh, the ribs again into that table. Paige is down here and in a lot of pain right now. Rosemary just adjusting the table, and she picks up Paige up on his shoulder here. Oh, no, no, no. Power slam through the table. Paige, though. I don't know if she meant that or not, but that was genius.
You can see bits and pieces of that table flying into the crowd.
She rolls out of the ring, gives herself a moment to breathe, and is now swinging back. Still in this one. Neither woman will die. Third time could be the charm. Paige Turner.
Could it be it? Looking for the end here.
She knows. It's like she knows she can't end it with that. She's trying. She has tried everything. She's just hoping the fatigue gets to Rosemary. But after everything we've gone through, she's still kicking out at 1.
This is more punishment than we've seen half the men go through tonight.
Fall away slam now onto the remnants of the table.
Splinters covering Rosemary's back, probably.
She probably welcomes it as well, knowing what she is like, but a big clubbing blow into the back there. Oh, no, 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 please, Rosemary, no. No,
oh, not
thank
again.
God. Paige counters with the bat. Even she has morals.
You can see Rosemary there. She doesn't even care what she's punching as long as it's some part of Paige.
She clubs away now. Once more. Paige with another counter. This match been going, what, about 15 minutes now of this torment, and it's still anyone's game.
What is it going to take?
Fisherman's suplex, but she just doesn't bother with a cover. It's like she knows she has to literally kill Rosemary to stand a chance of winning.
Well, from what we've seen so far, I would not be surprised.
Just keep on countering each other. She's looking for it again here from the side this time. It's like their heads collided with one another, and Rosemary was welcoming of it.
You know...
Oh, no. Oh. There's the mist. Oh, no, no. After everything.
That's it.
Red Wedding.
There's no way.
One, two. Rosemary has overcome Paige. I will say it now. That was the greatest women's match I've seen in this universe.
Well, depends on your. It depends on your definition of great, because is this the end of Paige?
She was fighting until she could fight no longer. I don't know what we can say. I don't know how to put what must be going through Paige right now, aside from the consistent feeling of pain. What is going through both women, really? I don't know, but
you can't be sure about the women, but I know. Well, I'm sorry, I'll let you get into this real quick.
Okay, well, coming up next, we don't know what goes through either woman's mind, but we know what has been going through these two minds. Mind games back and forth, trying to play the other one, trying to get the other one to slip up. Well, now here tonight, will it all be worth it? As Tetsuya Naito and Aleister Black go one-on-one for the ECW Television Championship.
So,
go on.
Before we get too deep into this, I don't know how either of those women are feeling after that massacre, but I know one man is happy.
Oh yeah,
Mordecai.
He'll be happy as well if his other brood retained here tonight. But look at Naito here. Look at this for WrestleMania.
He's looking flashy.
Naito and Aleister Black have not let words at one another. They've let actions speak for themselves. They've traded attacks back and forth. They've traded finishes back and forth. We've seen on instances, I still think the finest mind game that was played by Tetsuya Naito. You were there for it. Aleister Black was closing in on the victory over Austin Aries. Up pops that Wyatt family video that we know. It comes back on, and of all people, Naito is standing in the ring and nails Aleister Black with Destino. However, Black has had his own part to play in making sure that Naito and his mind games do not work on Aleister Black through the way of one man named Braun Strowman. He made sure to, and a theme that we've been talking about a lot here tonight, to go after the back and the ribs of Naito. A week and a half ago in ECW, they were putting a tag match together. Aleister Black abandoned Naito and left him to the Usos, who struck at him with a steel chair repeatedly at the end of the matchup. Now, here tonight, mind games meet a dead end. Now, we get the fight between these two men we have been waiting for.
I think with these two men, no matter what mind games you throw at them, they could still go toe-to-toe. They could still tango.
This is not a match where you say, I like this guy because of what he says. Neither of these guys say anything. You like these guys because of what they do in the ring. And when they collide, oh, this is going to be... I mean, when we look at we just saw the weapons being used, but in just aspects of two men, or, more than two men hitting each other with everything they've got, I think this will be the hardest hitting match of the night, in that term. If there are any injuries, if there's any blood spilled, it's by their own hands, not by a weapon.
I'd be hard-pressed to disagree with you, Larry.
So I will ask you now, after everything you've witnessed, after everything I've explained, who do you think is walking out with the belt? I think he's made Black slip. I think he's brought out Black, not the calm Black, the one who dictates the pace of the match, but a Black who will just come out swinging. And that'll be his downfall. He'll play Naito's match. And if you play Naito's match, you're not going to beat Naito. Like, look at him. Look at him. This is WrestleMania. This is an opponent who he's been having spats with for over a month now, and he's jigging in the corner. He's showing he is not phased.
That That kind of sold me. But you know what? I'm sticking to my guns. Aleister Black is retaining.
It is the dark, foreboding sense of Aleister Black versus the tranquilo of Tetsuya Naito. Either way, whoever you pick to win, this one's gonna be fun. It's not gonna be like that last one where we were wincing at everything that happened. This one's going to be fun.
I'm sure.
We are 2 for 2 right now on titles changing hands. Correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this could be the one to change it.
And either
Let's see
way,
if that'll happen right now. Well, this one will tip the balance, and you see here, even though they hate one another, they go for collar and elbow. It's just these little. This is what this feud has been brought up against. It's just playing with each other's mind. You see Naito with a cheap shot there, just to try and get under Black's skin.
but definitely in this cycle of universe, Aleister Black has like a match of the year contender.
Oh, not even match of the year. Probably one of the best matches of all time.
Which I believe I was there for. And you know, it's just
It's
I don't know enough about Naito to give it to him this time.
It's great back and forth by these two men off the start here. Neither man was giving each other an inch there. Oh, and there's Aleister Black returning that disrespect, just hitting him in the face, well, hitting him into the mat.
This might just be the first match of the night where we're actually starting with a lockup. Because I'm pretty sure we didn't do it in the 8-man.
It definitely is. There was none in the 8-man. There was Akam beating the shit out of Gargano. There was, just kind of a bit of going after one another in the Fatal 4-Way, and then we just saw two women run at each other, basically yelling and screaming that they were going to kill one another.
So, kudos to these two, man, whether you win or lose.
Let's see how this one goes. Much the same as the women's match. Expect counters to counters to counters. Expect to see a lot of kicks, a lot of hard hits, and maybe even that by both sides. Naito, they're taking apart the turnbuckle. Just trying to mess with Black the best he can, but here comes Black now, doing what he does probably better than I can think anyone else on the ECW roster with his strikes. Kicks.
When it comes to these two men, nice cutter there, but neither man is like truly good in this situation,
Well, we can go that back to Aleister Black's theme. No man is ever truly good, and he's right here.
You cut on.
The crowd have sided with Naito, but under no circumstances he a goody two shoes.
Right.
I think the difference is, I think the difference is in why you'd pick someone like Naito over Black is Black does it to be, he's foreboding, he's chilling. Naito is doing it, and in a sense, he looks cool doing it.
Right.
That might be the difference. But they basically play the same instrument as one another, as Aleister Black is sent into the steel rung there. No, they play the same instrument, but whereas Naito plays more of an acoustic guitar, Aleister Black is more of, a shredding electric guitar. Oh my! Whoa! Naito! Destino!
Is it gonna mean much?
Can't be this early. There's two, and Aleister Black kicked out, but he struck
just
before, like with was it Paige with the Paige Turner? This early.
And that's a blessing and a curse, because, sure, it looks nice, it looks good in your favor, but Paige hit 3, and it didn't really mean anything.
Let's see what Black will do now. He's regained control. Into the ribs there with a double foot stomp.
The point I was trying to get across is still shining through. Neither of these men are slowing down.
Oh, this is going to be a good one. Look at how he folds over into that Dragon Sleeper. Beautiful transition into it and a hard lock. He's got that arm draped around his back there, which makes it even more tough for Naito to get out of. But he's able to do it. And now drilling Aleister Black into that turnbuckle.
I don't think I've ever seen a move like that in this universe.
And Aleister Black still able to kick out early despite it. Raking at the eyes now. This is the idea. Neither one of these guys are really are good. I mean, Naito going after the arms there. I'd go after the legs of Aleister Black more so than anything else. And this is exactly why. Here goes Aleister Black now. Oh, with a flurry of strikes.
Naito not being able to evade that. You know, he just took that all face first.
Elbows the leg, the knee there. And now he goes after the leg. Smart idea there by Naito, but needs to do more if he wants to put him away here. And look at this by Naito. Again, that idea of just doing anything to mess with his opponent. Use the ropes there. And Aleister Black does not seem happy. He's getting angry, but I think Naito wants him to get angry. Aleister Black just oh, God. Are you ready? Are you ready for this?
Uh-oh.
Black Mass! And
it hits.
1, 2. Oh! That was close. Just like Destino, it was close to 3.
But I gotta say, when it comes to the sheer impact and the ferocity of the finishers, Black Mass looks like it could actually kill you.
He lifts. Oh, he's getting revenge on Naito here. His face into the steel rung. And look at this now by Black. Returning the mind games with some of his own. Runs off the ropes. Oh, running big boot. And after everything Naito's gone through, that is going to spin your head around.
Black easily taking it out here.
He's taken full control of this match and he wants Naito to tap out here. He wants a submission victory. Can he get it though is the question. Naito's bleeding. I only just copped onto it. I think after that big boot maybe Naito got busted open. Oh, what a kick to bring him down. Naito counters again. Traps the leg. German suplex.
I don't see Naito getting out of this one.
And now we go to the outside. Oh no, we don't. Naito wants this one in the ring. That was the first time this match I think they've gone to the outside. Kick to Black there. Odd kick as well. You could hear it. Oh my God, Naito! Naito thinking.
No.
No, Destino's denied. And Aleister Black is bleeding as well. That's from their own 2 fists and legs that they did that. And maybe some assistance from the turnbuckle, but still.
That's got to be the 3rd cutter tonight Aleister Black has hit.
Aleister Black going up high, looking for that double foot stomp. He leaps. He just... Oh, well, he definitely didn't get all of that one.
But
I think
possible he
that,
got
that
enough.
That might have been just too much from Naito here. He couldn't hit it. It looked like he hit the leg more than what he hit anything else. Black kicking away now at Naito. Just striking away to try and get something out of this. Naito counters again. Another German suplex for Aleister Black. Both men bleeding here. One of these men have got to give. I'm saying next finisher wins. Destino or Black Mass. Whoever hits it wins.
Well, I gotta say the Black Mass definitely contains less setup to the move.
What is Naito thinking here? Superplex is what he's thinking. Onto Aleister Black, and you see how it took Naito some time to get up to his feet. He is hurting, but so too is Black after that one. Naito goes for the cover here, and Aleister Black kicks out before a count can even be made.
And
German
another
suplex. What a bridge. Is it enough? No.
But it definitely did some damage. It was flawless execution. The same, mind games or not, I think this is the same Black we've seen, any other night.
This is certainly a different Naito than what we've seen on most nights. This Naito has in some ways dumped Tranquilo and just gone for just flying everything at the fence. I think all these mind games have just dropped now because it's all become just hitting each other. What a move by Naito! And Aleister Black kicks out right away.
I don't think I've ever seen a move like that.
How? How do you kick out of, after everything, how do you kick out before even a 1 count can be made? I don't know. As blood continues to trickle down their faces, they continue to kick the life out of each other until the other one can't stand. Up now, Brainbuster! Oh, did you hear the impact from that spinning back fist then?
I could hear it. We're all the way from the cheap seats.
Naito reverse DDT. What's he thinking? Oh, he's going after the open wound there. Rakes the wound of Aleister Black. Dragon suplex to follow up. Bridge after it. One, two. Oh, he was that close to being champ.
Wow. Look at him.
Naito has Black's number, and Naito could be on his way to having Black's title. Naito in position in the middle of the ring. Destino!
And he hits it.
One, two. Tetsuya Naito is the television champion. What a contest.
Wow.
I said we were going to have fun, and I don't think I was proven wrong.
Yeah, that was one of the more fun matches of the night so
And
far.
it results in a new champion. But I think along the line, after both men hitting each other that hard, mutual respect has got to be met somewhere along that line for the refusal from both to give in. That was a surefire great contest. Congratulations to the new champion Naito, but we returned back to an old rekindling theme. Just like how we saw with Rosemary and Paige, we go back to old Bullet Club and Brood affairs. It's the Good Brothers, Gallows and Anderson against the Brood. The World Tag Team titles are on the line. Anything matters between these two men. Everything is on the line.
The Good Brothers definitely, if not one of the most dominant tag teams in the universe, save for a couple other ones that you probably already know. But sure enough, they were taken down by the Brood. And from the looks of it, I didn't think they were coming back to Raw ever again, but sure enough, the Brood have an open challenge, and they come back to fanfare galore. I know my broadcast partner was rolling in his chair.
Christmas came early, I think was the call I used for it, and I was correct.
And they came back to a strong win over the Brood, who I don't think they've even lost once after winning the tag titles.
Don't think they had. I think they'd beaten everyone in their path.
And I don't think anyone was surprised that the ones to finally knock them down, not for the belts, were the previous champions.
I don't think there's any point in asking who's taking who to win this one.
And I think for the first time in about maybe the whole night,
years.
we were agreeing.
Yeah, definitely the whole night. No, we both went Authors of Pain, and we got that one wrong. But
so, I think we gotta admire something here.
Mm-hmm.
Last time the Brood had those tag team belts, sea of boos. Except for you. You were probably louder than half the arena. But now, everybody loves them. Everybody loves the Good Brothers.
Can you blame them? Can you blame them? They're great. I think the difference is that whereas it's the same with almost Naito and Black that we were on about. The Brood you can boo just because they don't look, they don't look nice. They don't look cool. They just look threatening and they look like they don't care. The Good Brothers come out here, put their arms up in the air, giving everyone a too sweet. They're able to have a laugh, joke around. But when it gets serious, of course, then it matters. And this is serious.
Look at the chilling. The whole arena being chilled by the Brood's entrance, definitely like shocking. You know?
I mean, I know it's an open roofed arena, but I suddenly feel a lot colder in here as well.
Making freezing your spine despite fire being blasted in the back. You had a point.
I imagine there is one man who is certainly going to be watching this with cold blood in some ways. Or, they may switch from cold blood to his blood boiling, depending on the situation. Mordecai is watching this, and after seeing Rosemary defend her title, will want the same from his Brood.
I'm almost surprised he's not here.
I know, it's WrestleMania.
I guess it's just a testament to how the Brood work. Mordecai doesn't care about all these fans.
I think he just wants to see them do well. Oh, there's the flames there of Kane. They may both be the size and the height of Luke Gallows, but that doesn't mean to say that Carl Anderson's going to be a pushover in this one, because I truthfully don't think he can, and I don't think he will be.
No way, no how.
I mean, let's go back to Raw a few weeks ago. Carl Anderson beat Kane.
Yeah, snuck up a quick one. Sure, he did kind of drop the ball against The Undertaker, but who wouldn't? It's The Undertaker.
Exactly. It's, whereas, and I've talked about this a lot of times on Raw as well, whereas Kane is, devoted as well to serving Mordecai, devoted to the Brood, Undertaker's been there 6 months, and I still don't think he shows that, what's the word I'm looking for, that
passion, I guess.
Yeah, loyalty as well. He just doesn't have that. He is The Undertaker.
So, with that being said, the Good Brothers have to focus on Kane here, I think. Cause
I think they have to as well.
I don't see Undertaker dropping down, especially not on this stage.
Kane is going to start this match here against Carl Anderson. The bell rings, we're underway. Anderson, of course, is giving up easily a foot, 100 pounds to both men.
But it's an excellent strategy that they're doing here because, you're letting your small guy do as much as he can. And once he's out of it, you tag into Luke Gallows and you pick up a quick win.
And we've seen what Gallows can do as well. We've seen how destructive this guy can be. Whereas the Brood in their own rights are two destructive forces, Gallows is just... he's a game changer. It's almost like it doesn't matter who's in that ring. Gallows will find a way to change the match, to change it up. If the Good Brothers are sinking, tag in Gallows, both members of the Brood could be in the ring, and Gallows could find a way to turn the match around.
And that's the beauty of the Good Brothers. Even during my feud, my beefing with the Bullet Club, it's true. I always had some sort of soft spot for these men.
It's because they're great.
And it's clear to see why. But, that being said, I don't think either of us can really push over what the Brood is and what they can do.
Oh, no. Not at all. I mean, that back body drop there by Anderson even was the first move he's done this match.
And that was Kane.
It's flying in, you're trying to fly in with we shouldn't treat Kane as a pushover either. We shouldn't be saying, it's just totally. Kane. He's, in his own right, he is a destructive force.
But my point that I'm getting to by saying that is...
Here's the tag. Here comes Undertaker now.
Oh. Can you imagine the Undertaker falling on your arm?
Yeah, that is a lot of weight and a lot of force being driven into your arm. And Undertaker gets up to the second rope. He's given Carl Anderson a chance here. What a leap by Anderson. And here comes the game changer. Gallows in. Meeting of the boots. And Undertaker went down.
Disgusting big boot by Luke Gallows. And it's working. He's firing up the crowd.
Here goes the Good Brothers now. Getting fired up on the big stage.
Carl Anderson taking a seat. He knows... there's not going to be a pinfall. He doesn't need to break anything.
He's got front row seats to this. Counter there by Gallows. This is what I was on about. Look at how much he's just changed the game here. Undertaker, in some ways, reeling, though he's starting to club away here. Both guys just trading back. Looking for a chokeslam. Looking for a chokeslam this early. What a counter.
You gotta think if he was able to hit that, the sort of the mockingness, the cockiness of the Good Brothers. To dare hit a chokeslam.
What a shoulder tackle there, though. Just launched himself in with it. Put his whole body into that one and keeps going here. Up in the air now. Side dropping powerbomb here. Gallows really having his number on The Undertaker.
Yeah, it's
and
very
this
surprising
time,
to see.
He doesn't look to miss.
Get it.
Chokeslam! Oh my God, please. Please let it be. Let it be. On the grandest stage.
No.
Do it. Do it. Do it.
Already.
Tag made. I've waited so long to see this again.
Already.
Magic Killer.
That's it.
1, 2,
3.
The Undertaker kicks out at 2.
He didn't even need Kane.
But you saw how much of a difference, you saw even though he was in for that spurt and he was changing the match around, you saw how much he had to take out of Gallows as well. After the Magic Killer, he couldn't get up to deal with Kane.
That is like the weak spot, the downside to someone of Luke Gallows. The stamina just isn't there.
An Undertaker in off the tag now, and here he goes. But he's showing the signs as well. Though he's just been taking a beating from Luke Gallows. He just took a Magic Killer. Oh, but he's going to return the favor. No, no, no. Incoming.
No.
Tombstone pile driver. Gallows there right away.
Undertaker can't even make the pin. But he gets the tag.
But he can make the tag into Kane, who will look to make the pin. Gallows is there again to split it up. This is where this match falls apart now. Gallows right up to his feet. The two big men are going to slog out at one another.
Everybody needs a good brother, and Luke Gallows is definitely a good brother.
Luke Gallows sacrificing himself there to give Carl Anderson a chance. Oh, I might have been thinking sidewalk slam there. Anderson brought out the counter. There's a reversal in tow, though, by Kane. Strikes with a backbreaker. And then once again, Gallows calls for Anderson to crawl over to him. And again, he makes the tag.
Can we see a repeat of what we saw just minutes ago?
Oh, ducked it by Kane. Full Nelson slam. Not a chance.
As the Good Brothers famously said, the Brood just don't got it. And as it seems, they were telling the truth.
Over with a fall-away slam. And you see, even though this matchup has not been going on as long as others here tonight, you see just how much is taken out of everyone. Undertaker is resting against the ropes there. Carl Anderson, I imagine, will do the same in a moment. Yeah, just have to force himself up to his feet on the outside. Gallows is hunched over in some ways.
Well, this is just big match after big move after big move, and it's really starting to show.
You see, Gallows is just thinking that strikes are the best way to go about it, but you need to do more to take down Kane.
Well, if there's one thing Kane has on someone else, it's his strikes. So it's almost like a battle of the bulls going on.
Oh, headbutt. Oh, an Undertaker getting involved there. Tag made, and the dead man returns to the ring. Another double team move here by the Brood, going after the arm of the brute now that is Gallows.
Well, you gotta think, if you can eliminate the arm, you're possibly eliminating the Magic Killer.
You're eliminating that choke slam as well. You're eliminating the Gallows pole. Oh, but you are going to be eating one of these. Choke slam from the Undertaker.
Payback is not a good brother, and it's really showing.
Will Undertaker look for that final blow here to seal the deal? If in a rematch Paige couldn't finish off Rosemary, can the Good Brothers manage to do the same? Suplex there to Gallows with ease from the Undertaker, and these two men are around the same weight as well.
You know, it just came back to me. I've been trying to make this point for the whole match, but if the
what a counter! Another way out of that choke slam.
If I could try to fit it in real quick, if the Undertaker wasn't tagging with Kane tonight, I dare say he would be in the main event.
Yeah, maybe, but Oh, super kick!
Oh my
I've waited
God.
to say that all night as well.
Call back to my first pay-per-view appearance. That was a night.
Super kicks all over. Every single super kick.
At least half of them done by these men.
But you know, that was a different time. Anderson and off the tag, caught with that big boot. Undertaker looking maybe for a final blow. Anderson says, "You can suck it." Flies in with a drop kick there.
Do you think he could hit that stun gun?
I think you mean gun stun.
Same thing.
No, he's gonna take the weight here. The roles are reversed.
No.
Carl Anderson, magic killer. Please, 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 please let this one be enough. One, two. Oh my God. How do you kick out of two?
Man.
How do you kick out of two of them?
I dare say that was going to be Carl Anderson's WrestleMania moment. Picking
Oh,
up the
but look
Undertaker.
at this. They're not stopping. Another choke slam to the dead man. Finish this off, please. How is he still fighting? There goes Anderson. In doing that, he just denied the magic killer.
The Undertaker, I believe he's just been busted open. When's the last time you've seen that out of the dead man?
I wouldn't even begin to guess. Gallows is on his own, but he's going to fight here. He's going to look for the gallows pole. And he connects with it. But he can't put away Taker because there's Kane with what a counter by Kane.
No.
Anderson brings himself up to his feet now. Kane counters one. Kane counters two.
No.
The Good Brothers are almost out on their feet. And the Undertaker recovered. Finally, there goes Kane. You saw the frustration from Anderson as he left the ring. What more do you do?
What can be done?
Looking for something in the ropes there. Taker couldn't get it though. Kane is still out on the outside. The Undertaker's by himself, but he's fighting as a one-man machine right now. He's a one-man team. Kane back up to his feet, and Undertaker calling to whatever is on the other side, be it Mordecai, be it his spirits. Taker is wondering where they are.
But can they help him? Can anything help at this point?
This is what they may have given. The chance to close it out. No, please. Tombstone pile driver. Please, Anderson. Yes. I knew he was I knew he was lanky for a reason. Anderson gets out of it. Drop kicks Undertaker down. Both men are down now.
Is it gonna make it? It's anybody's coin at this point.
They've taken everything out of one another. Anderson is wanting to see his good brother get up to his feet. Kane wants that tag in. Both men are just completely and utterly out of breath here.
No.
All sides, I think. Counter by The Undertaker, as busted open as he is. He makes the tag into Kane. Didn't think of a big move, just thought of tagging out. That's all he could think about doing.
You gotta think.
Counter by Gallows, though.
Gallows was gonna make the tag, but he chose to go for Taker, and it didn't matter.
Chokeslam again! They're in home court. They're in home field.
Yes.
Please. Third time the charm for number 4.
They're looking for it. Taker can't do a thing.
Magic killer. Get up, Gallows.
One,
2. Yes!
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 Woo!
Number 4. Number 4.
Yes.
Tell me there's a better team out there. I dare you. Oh my god, it's happened.
And
Retribution.
you're new once again. And finally, for the first time in forever, I can happily say that the Raw brand has the Good Brothers as their tag team champions.
4-time tag team champions. There is no one better to play the game of the tag team than the Good Brothers. Not even two brothers can stop the Good Brothers. That is how good they are. And as happy as I am for that, we are quickly moving on to the big stage of the evening. 4 matches left. 3 world titles, 1 last man standing, and we start with this one, the ECW Championship on the line. AJ Styles, the choke artist that he is, looks to once again disappoint everyone on the grandest stage of them all as he takes on the greatest of all time in Seth Rollins. These two men have had bad blood with each other, spirit spawning back as far as basically a year ago. Now tonight at WrestleMania, they look to settle it once and for all. It's do or die for Styles. This is his last stage. Let's see how this all came about. Fatal 4-way rules apply. Oh, buckle bomb to Styles. Curb stomp by Rollins. There is no one better than Seth Rollins. Can anybody stop Seth Rollins? AJ Styles is the #1 contender.
I am the greatest, I am the phenomenal AJ Styles!
AJ Styles only just became #1 contender by the skin of his teeth, and already he's running his mouth thinking he can win it.
My goal was to be the very best in the history of this industry.
We can run our mouths all we want, or we can fight like men. Seth Rollins knows he's the better man, he's the better fighter, he is better than AJ Styles in every way possible. Oh, and Rollins is looking for it now. Kicking the... What? What do you mean no? Styles clash!
You will never be as good as AJ Styles.
This is the man responsible for why ECW is the A-show. Week in, week out. There is nobody better than the ECW champion. The phenomenal one versus the greatest of all time for the ECW championship. If you can't beat Rollins at WrestleMania, you don't get another shot at that championship. And there we have it. Now we know why this is happening, and now we will see Seth Rollins lose. What? No. Did I just fucking say that?
Yeah, you said it.
Take backsies. There you go. Overruled. We will see AJ Styles lose and never get another shot at the ECW Championship so long as Seth Rollins is champion. Which means AJ Styles is never getting another shot at the ECW Championship. Happy, happy days.
Well, you might have just jinxed Seth Rollins coming up in this match.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I listened to
nobody's
you and
perfect.
your master predictions so far tonight.
I've done, yeah, not too hot. Not
Exactly.
too hot.
Exactly. Anyway, the only tinsy-tiny bit of pride that Rollins can have Styles can have heading into this is that Minoru Suzuki is banned from ringside after he beat him on ECW. Aside from that, he is not as good as Seth Rollins when it comes to acrobatics, not as good as a wrestler, hasn't got the endurance, hasn't got the ability in his strikes, his finisher is weaker than Seth Rollins. He's also not the greatest of all time. I don't see him having a hope in hell. This man, however,
Yeah, I'll take a knee.
Ooh. Oh yes, I've waited so long for this moment. Another moment where it comes full circle. Last year, he headed into ECW as the challenger and captured his second ECW title. This year, he heads into WrestleMania as champion in his third reign. And if he wins here tonight, Seth Rollins becomes the longest reigning ECW champion in history, making him the second longest reigning world champion of all time.
Now, who was the previous longest reigning ECW champion?
Michael Bennett at 235 days. What a sight that is. What a sight that is to behold. Everyone who has stepped up to Seth Rollins has fallen. Some on more than one occasion. Let's see, we've got Samoa Joe, Bobby Roode, Baron Corbin, Drew McIntyre, AJ Styles, twice. And of course, Diamond Dallas Page. They like to think they have hope, don't they? And you've got to give them it, you know. You can always hope. You can always have a dream. But welcome to your reality. Welcome to what really happens. And it's not what is written down in a book. Because that is fiction. This is fact. And what is fact is that Seth Rollins is heading out of WrestleMania still ECW champion.
You see, but you made a point tonight. You know, you're very insistent that Seth Rollins is better in every way, but even so, don't you think there's a little bit of magic in the air tonight? It is WrestleMania. Do you not think there's even the slightest chance AJ Styles would win?
Are you aware? Are you aware of who you're talking to? Because I know if the roles were reversed, and I said that about Jinder Mahal, you would say no.
Okay, hold on. Jinder Mahal is a totally different story from Seth Rollins, okay? One of them is a chump, the other one is the World Heavyweight Champion.
Correct. The other one is Jinder Mahal.
No.
We get things underway here between these two men anyway. I'm not going to bother talking about Jinder Mahal. He's got about 5 minutes left as champion. We start things off with these two men now colliding finally in the ring in what could be Styles' very last chance at the ECW crown. And he is going all out from the get-go here against Seth Rollins. He knows what's on the line. I'm not going to diss AJ Styles when I do say that, yeah, he is incredible. He may even be phenomenal. But he's not Seth Rollins. No one is Seth Rollins.
Well, with that being said, I think I'm going to stick to my guns once again. I think AJ Styles is gonna take this one.
It's the blind leading the blind is what that is a case of.
I don't know your metaphors.
Yeah, sorry, common sense is not something that applies that well to you, is it?
Not really, no.
Up on top already, AJ Styles thinking Phoenix Splash this early phase of the match. Nope. Nope. Styles is trying to look pretty good, but don't get cocky in front of Rollins.
Well, I think if Seth is going to keep trying to go for those types of moves, it's probably going to come back to bite him, you know?
It's the early stages of the match. Rollins knows what he's doing, and he doesn't have to worry about anything biting him. This is the man who, of course, survived, I think is the best way to put it, 3 stages of hell. And he won. And he sent DDP away. A man who we haven't seen since. And he's continued to be ECW champion from that day on. The longest now, after what happened last night at NXT TakeOver, the longest reigning current champion in this universe.
But you know what I'm thinking here is, you know, the longer you hold a belt, and if you're someone like Seth Rollins, don't you think you can get a little cocky after a while? Don't you think?
Right. Okay. Bobby Fish held the WWE Championship for 390 days. And he was even more cockier than Seth Rollins and even more in over his head than Seth Rollins. Doesn't matter how cocky you get, it just matters how skilled you are. And Seth Rollins is better than anyone to ever do or ever will do this game.
Well, you can call it luck, you can call it whatever, but don't you think, you know, being cocky in a situation, I don't think that ever helps you.
This coming from the man who, the moment Jinder Mahal is in the ring, gets a giant chubby and acts like he's the
Again,
shit.
don't make me start on Jinder Mahal, because I will take up this whole match if I need to.
We do still have control over you, Mike. Just thought I'd let you know. Anyway, AJ Styles attempted a spinal tap there. It was countered by Rollins, who's now locking in a chin lock here. The knee dug in the back of Styles as well. He quickly finds his way out of it. This is going to be a match that is definitely, you know, there's going to be some periods of time where you won't see a big move hit because they're trying to wear each other down to get to that big move. It's going to take more than one, probably may even take more than two of the big moves, i.e. the Styles clashes, the curb stomps, to put away these two men here. And Styles continues to go on be on the defensive here of Rollins after he's honing in on that neck, softening up for all of his moves. And how about a little bit ode to DDP? Power bomb cutter!
Wow. I don't remember the last time I've seen a move like that.
Taking the diamond cutter out of nowhere, raising it to 100 and putting it on Seth Rollins' level. Better than any other cutter you'll ever see. And we've seen quite a few tonight. No offense, good brothers. It's better than yours, though.
Turning your back on the Good Brothers of all people.
I'm turning my back. I'm just admitting that Rollins is better.
And Rollins might have just gotten busted up by that forearm.
That's fine. It still doesn't make a difference. Look at that. Snapdragon suplex there with such speed on AJ Styles even after getting busted open. Rollins is not worried here.
Yeah, but, you know, you gotta admit, when you get busted open in a match, it's almost like
it doesn't seem to be changing anything here, does it? Curb stomp!
Well then.
1, 2. Okay, my point stood true. Definitely going to take more than one to put away. Right. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. It's, you know, there's still plenty of time left in this matchup. Turnabout is fair play as well. Enjoy your busted open head, AJ Styles. So now are you going to say the point about AJ Styles as well? About him being busted open?
Yeah, actually, yes.
Oh, you may actually want to hold that point because here goes Styles. Phenomenal forearm. He did not get all of that one, though.
But he might have got enough of it.
No way. You need a full one to hope to put away Rollins. And a very comfortable kick out there by Rollins. Did not get all of that. Rollins took time to fall and looks as if Styles hit him more in maybe the chest than what he did the head. And even then it wasn't the strongest one we've seen. Rollins still going just fine here.
I do think that Mark could play a bigger role later in the match.
Oh, this one's going to leave a mark as well. Buckle bomb! Rollins rolls him over with 1, 2, and a kick out still by Styles.
Clearly wasn't going to be enough to put Styles away, but enough to wear him down.
And Styles, I'll give him credit, that's a smart idea. Kicks out and gives himself some breathing room on the outside. Both men get a little time to recover here. They know they're in it for the long haul. For the first time, this match goes to the outside, and AJ Styles' desperation shining through here. He knows it's do or die. And I'm not even going to say anything bad about that. Because if I was in his situation, I would do exactly the same thing he just did there. Styles on the top rope, flies in, blockbuster there. Great springboard by Styles into the cover he goes here. Rollins still kicking out early. Back suplex, nope, countered. The speed now being possessed by both men. Almost being unable to match each other. Suplex neck breaker there, and I've noticed in the little break they had, they seem to wipe the blood out of their heads, and the cut seems to not be what's the word I'm looking for here? Outputting as much blood maybe as what we expected. Oh, he is in position again, looking to hit it fully this time though.
Looking for number 2.
Forearm.
And he gets it.
It's fine. It's fine.
Could this be enough?
It's fine. It's fine.
1.
It's fine.
2.
It's fine. Nothing to worry about. We're all fine here. Styles kicks at it. Rollins kicks at it too. Water is wet. These things in life we just know.
You gotta admit, though, you know, taking all these big moves, AJ Styles getting a lot of offense, it's not helping Rollins' case.
Yes, but this match still has a long, long ways to go, I think, before we're said and done here. Here we go again with another Snapdragon suplex. Rollins was thinking bridge, but Styles' leg was basically mounted on the second rope there. How about another one for the road? Up, down, powerbomb cutter. And no time to rest. No rest for the weary eye. The curb stomp is denied. Rollins on the offense, though, and an aggravated offense as well, as he takes Styles to the outside here now. Continuing to swing away at him. Rolls him back into the ring, looking for a quick cover on AJ here, looking for anything to try and just get in the mind of the Phenomenal One, and he's kicking out early on, though. Rollins perhaps second-guessing himself now. I hope he isn't. He came in here with a great game plan. Rollins, act on it.
Well, I think neither man is letting up.
Stomp on the arm there by Rollins. Styles has been without offense for some time now. This is just what we need. Close him out. Deny him the chance to do that. Counter again, though. Rollins going to go back to that chin lock. Soften up what he can. But Styles is still fighting out of it.
You know, you could definitely see Seth there trying to slow the pace of the match, but it's not working as AJ Styles hits a bridging German.
It's a 2 count off of it again. Really looking for some ways to try and wear down Rollins here the more this goes on. Styles has been going, I think, more all out, and he's hit the bigger moves, but at risk of what? Wearing himself down. This one may come back to bite him as well, but oh, what a maneuver!
I believe that's dive number 2 of the night, just as effective as the first.
Brought a lot of his body weight down on Rollins as well. Expertly done by Styles, but he's got to get him back in the ring, and it's Rollins taking him back in the ring. Oh, but Styles with another Pele kick. Floors Rollins right back down to the mat, and after everything he's thrown at him, Styles hoping he's done enough here. Not a hope. Thinking suplex. Rollins denies it. Returns the favor there with a suplex of his own.
You know, I think we're slowly approaching a moment in this match where just about any move could finish it.
Both men have hit at least one of their big moves. The next one, after everything that's gone on in this match, could be the end. You see him here going for a lot more quick pinfalls. We saw it with Styles' Germans. We just saw it there with our Northern Lights by Rollins. Phoenix Splash. Still can't connect with it, though. Styles just too quick on the draw. Whenever Rollins sends you into the turnbuckle like he is there, you've got to fear for the worst. No buckle bomb, but a reverse STO into that turnbuckle pad.
Rollins with AJ with a quick escape.
Rollins, what a drop kick there. Still going in this one. These two men have traded everything back and forth with one another. Is it going to be another one for the road? It is. Power bomb. Kota. Third one there in this match. And once again, Styles is in trouble. Rollins will look for what he looked for before. Another curb stomp. The second one to close this out.
Could this be it? He's not immediately going for the pin.
Dragged him closer to the middle of the ring. The count and the kick out.
And that might have been just what costed Rollins right there.
Come on, Seth, please. Rollins has Styles in position, gonna fly here. Knee drilled him in the head.
He might have not gotten all of that one.
Not as pinnacle as a move of the phenomenal forearm, so not getting all of that one. It's alright. As long as the knee is being drilled into you, that does the job. And now that he's got him down on the mat, Rollins is pummeling away here at AJ Styles. Elbow drop into the chest as well. Styles has no fight back right now.
But you also see Rollins trying to, or he was trying to slow down the pace of the match, possibly to try to catch some breath himself.
Well, after this far in the matchup, I wouldn't blame him, in all honesty. I wouldn't blame either side. Styles with a fireman's carry elbow drop of all moves, hoping it's enough to give him the belt, and Rollins is still powering at it too. Both sides are swinging for the fences here, swinging absolutely everything they can at each other. Face planting, back suplex there. Another cover by Styles here, and it's still not enough.
You could see AJ almost a bit shocked. He might have thought that would be the one to end it.
Styles this time gets a spinal tap. And no, Styles is going to look to try and embarrass Rollins on the grandest stage of them all. He's got the calf killer locked in here.
Rollins is nowhere.
Rollins, please.
He can't reach the ropes.
I beg you, don't tap out. Don't tap out. Scoot backwards if you need to. Get your leg on the ropes. Just do not tap out here. Hang in there.
You could see Rollins, he's yelling, he's trying to get out of there.
Don't you dare tap out, and Rollins is still in it. Rollins is alive.
Alive, but is he well? You seemed pretty nervous.
Still continuing on in this one. AJ Styles now. No.
The finish.
No.
It's over.
No,
he needs to get that pin. AJ needs to get that pin.
He hasn't gone for the pin. I know what he's going to do. No. He's done it on ECW over these last few weeks. He is going to go all out to mean that Seth Rollins has no fight back within him here. Styles clash into phenomenal forearm.
I think we have ourselves a new ECW champion.
Kick out. One, two,
yes! 3.
Yes! I knew it! I knew he wouldn't! He's still alive! And AJ Styles stands there like a dumbfounded idiot. Have you forgotten who you're in the ring with, AJ? Rollins is still going here, and he's still fighting as well.
You gotta think if AJ Styles is gonna have the energy to hit another Styles clash, to hit another phenomenal forearm. Does he have it in him?
Cover after Rollins just barely hit him in the back with that splash. Practically did more damage to himself than anything else, but look at that. He took a Styles clash and a phenomenal forearm, and his cutter's opened back up again, and he's in control. That took everything out of AJ Styles. And it wasn't enough to finish off Seth Rollins.
But if everything is out of AJ Styles, there can't be that much more left in AJ and Rollins.
Rollins, I still don't think has kicked into that second gear yet. I still think he's got that extra wind just waiting. But so it seems does AJ Styles right now. This last chance for Styles is bringing out everything he has in him to be champion. Styles with a Hurricanrana.
AJ follows through.
But Styles counted again there by Rollins, and back to that Northern Lights suplex that has done him so well throughout this match. Rollins is starting to feel the cogs turning. He's starting to feel the clock winding down as well on AJ Styles' window of opportunity to be ECW champion. And AJ now getting his cut Raked at there by Rollins, who goes back to that powerbomb cutter again, doing anything to try and put away Styles.
That's the 4th one of the night, and he hasn't went for a cover after any of them.
That's almost symbolic in some ways, because if memory serves me correct, back at WrestleMania last year, it took 4 diamond cutters from DDP, and he didn't put away Seth Rollins. And Rollins keeps going here, but so too does AJ. Dragon suplex. Once again, the cover, and AJ can still kick out that early on. Come on, Rollins. Bring out the big guns. Bring out something huge to close this one out. Up on the feet here. Rollins has him locked in. Architect's Annihilation.
What a maneuver.
So many have fallen, but again he has to drag him away from the ropes. That gives Styles his window to kick out, and he did.
That's what's costing both men the title so far in this match. They can't get the pin fast enough.
Up on that second rope, and finally Rollins gets that Phoenix Splash he's been looking for all match. Rollins now, another one off the second rope.
Rollins is almost going berserk.
After all they've done to each other in this matchup, he's still able to hit a move like that twice. But Styles is still able to fight back as well, right into the open wound of Seth Rollins. This is practically their final stand here to be champion.
Seth Rollins has got to be seeing red, and I'm not talking about the blood.
Where, what, and how will they finish off each other? Snap suplex, cover. Styles still able to kick out early on. He's not using the count to try and save himself here. He's looking to just keep going, and for the 5th time, powerbomb cutter. But don't waste time, Rollins. Please do not waste time. Go for it.
But he needed to. He had to take a breath there or risk passing out.
Here we go. Here we go. Kick in the gut. Curb stomp.
Is there any hope left for AJ Styles?
1, 2, 3. Find me a better wrestler. I dare you. Find me a better wrestler on this planet. Seth Rollins again retains the ECW Championship, again makes WrestleMania his stage, and again shows why he is the greatest to ever do this sport, why he is the greatest of all time, not just past, not just present, but for the future as well. There will never, and I mean never, be a talent that could ever come as close to the status that Seth Rollins achieved on this night. This is more than the creation of a legacy. This is the forming of a god. Seth Rollins, still your ECW champion. Bye-bye, AJ Styles. You ain't getting your hands on that belt again. Sweet, sweet relief. But you know what? As much as I want to celebrate that victory for the rest of the night, I can't. Because this match, it ain't about belts. It ain't about wanting to stop the other one from getting the shot of the belt either. It is last man standing. It is best versus the beast. Number 2. It is for all of the marbles. These two men, make no mistake about it, symbolize the word detest. These two men symbolize the word hatred. These two men are what a blood feud is meant to be, and it comes to a head right now at Last Man Standing at WrestleMania. This to be their final showdown. Well, let's see how this all came to be. The Best versus the Beast. An F5, down asleep. CM Punk has slain the Beast. It's a triple threat match. It's Extreme Rules. It's for the WWE Championship. Bobby Fish taps out. Your new 5-time world champion, CM Punk. CM Punk versus Bobby Fish for the WWE Championship. The WWE Champions being blindsided by the Beast.
Did you forget our history?
We are about to witness CM Punk say goodbye to his WWE Championship. Fish hook! But we still have Bobby Fish as the WWE Champion.
I've always let my actions speak louder than my words. I was put on this earth to seek and destroy and to hurt people.
Lesnar has dominated Cesaro. CM Punk is here! Go to sleep! And the Beast falls down.
I want CM Punk against Brock Lesnar. The greatest match in WrestleMania history.
Last man standing.
You see, I like the sound of that.
Lesnar accepts. CM Punk against Shinsuke Nakamura. Lesnar with the steel chair. F5 through the table.
I am not afraid of Brock Lesnar.
The Best has jumped the Beast this close to WrestleMania. Pile driver through the table.
I'm gonna take everything from you.
The only thing that matters to me is revenge. I hate your guts.
This is my ring. I own it. And I've proven it time and time again against any single superstar who has stepped foot in this ring and put me to the test. This is who I am. This is what I do.
CM Punk is going to learn what it means to truly be victimized by Brock Lesnar.
Are we ready?
I think I am.
Well, he makes his way out here first. Jesus fucking Christ, this guy. I think we found the crowd favorite.
Yeah.
That is
definitely.
every single person in attendance here at WrestleMania chanting CM Punk as he heads down to the ramp, as he heads down the ramp towards the ring. Make no mistake about it, Punk has home field advantage. And they're not letting up either. They keep going.
We're gonna have an arena full of people with broken voices tomorrow.
I think we're going to be joining them in all fairness.
Yeah.
CM Punk has waited for this his whole time basically throughout 2018. As he said in the build-up, Brock Lesnar does this because he wants to. CM Punk does this because he needs to. He needs to beat Brock Lesnar. He was the one who put out the challenge. He was the one who was screwed over by Brock Lesnar at the Royal Rumble. Belts don't matter. You could tell these guys they'd be the number one contender after this and they wouldn't care. They want to kill each other.
But the question we're answering tonight is who wants it more?
Lesnar heads towards the ring with that look that he always has in his eyes. That look of just wanting to hurt someone. That look of wanting to put someone through a table, take someone to Suplex City, and drill them down into the mat with an F5. No DQ is in effect. Surprise, surprise. No countouts, no pinfalls, no submissions. The only way you beat your opponent is if they cannot make it up for the count of 10.
So, by the numbers, how are these two men doing title-wise?
I'm not gonna lie, I don't think titles make a difference in this one. I think that stat wouldn't mean anything. Brock Lesnar is not someone who cares about titles either. He's held 2, I think, in this universe. He didn't care for either of them, really. He just liked beating people up. And holding the title meant he got to beat people up a little bit more.
Wow. Okay.
If you really, there's no point in explaining the statistics.
Doesn't
We're underway
matter.
here. Last man standing has begun. They've both gone swinging at one another.
Punk
And
right
Punk-
off the gate.
But for only a few seconds before Brock Lesnar decides to return the favor. Lesnar looking for some kind of power move early on. CM Punk looking to deny it. This time, though, half-hat suplex brings Punk down. But only for about a second or two before he's right back up to his feet and hitting a dragon screw there onto the Beast. The stomp's being applied now directly on the head of Brock Lesnar. That's illegal usually, but this is last man standing. There's no rules to stop you from doing that.
Whoa, CM Punk's approach to fight the Beast is definitely something to behold. You know, attack him before he gets a hold of you.
I don't even know if there's strategy between these two men right now. They just saw each other and just the blood started boiling. Brock is down on the floor right now for a second, and Punk goes for a weapon here, a baseball bat, like we saw in the women's match earlier tonight. However, with every strike that hits Brock Lesnar, CM Punk just wants to keep on swinging at him. And if this one goes between the eyes, I wouldn't be so grotesque by it. And indeed, it went between the eyes of Brock Lesnar there. Punk already starting to tear apart the tables.
So we're going through a little mini intermission right here. He's taking apart both the tables. Who do you think is going to win this one?
I couldn't predict it. Not a chance I could predict this one. This one is... I wouldn't even want to predict one. I just want to watch this. I don't want to have a prediction lying on it because I just want to watch this as a fan who sees two people wanting to destroy one another. As sickening as it may be, it's almost worth it with these two men, and you see it here. They've just put complete caution to the window. I don't remember the last time I saw a wrestling move being struck. Lesnar just drops Punk's head down, not only onto that little cover there, but also onto the flooring. Into the barricade we go, and the Lesnar strikes now just start raining in on Punk.
The strikes just might be one of the most dangerous parts about this man.
Good God. I think that's the most dangerous part. There is his strength, because like that was nothing. Like it was a straw of hay, CM Punk just got thrown. And he's right back up to his feet. If I was the referee, I just wouldn't bother counting until like at least a finisher had been hit at this point. Because you're not going to finish the match. Steel chair being added to the mix now by Punk. Lesnar just laying there. I think in some ways the Beast trying to play possum here.
Well, I think, you know, as you were saying, it's sure enough not going to finish this match, at least until a finisher is hit. So why not just take a breather when you're down right now, you know? While you can.
Punk, tilt-a-whirl, neck breaker now. It seems when we're in the ring, there are at least some semblance of wrestling going on here. Punk now up to that top rope here. Lesnar down, not moving, looking for that top rope elbow of his. Leaps across and connects.
And he hits it. Flawless execution by CM Punk.
And Punk taking a moment in his own right there to catch a breather. But he's the one who's lifting Lesnar right back up to his feet. We may well see a repeat of what happened on the final SmackDown Live before we headed out for WrestleMania. With the way that CM Punk is crowding himself and Brock Lesnar by those tables there. Lesnar returns back to the ring. And he's taking Punk in his own right there, taking a little breather to get up to his feet.
I think it's fine. I think now is the time of all times to do it.
Oh, yes he is. Yes he is. Punk, he hit this very move on SmackDown Live, and he looks to hit it again here at WrestleMania. Pile driver through the table.
That's a move that's already dangerous in the ring, but on a table no less.
Lesnar, 260, 270 pounds of his own weight just collapsed on his neck as they went through a table. Can Lesnar bring himself up to his feet here, though? The count is continuing here. But I imagine if you're CM Punk, you don't want it to end this quickly either. And he didn't. Even if Lesnar was down and out, Punk wants to keep fighting here. It's not about the victory, it's about the journey for these two men. It's about what they do to get that victory that means the most to them.
You know, I gotta agree, if it was going to end right there, it would almost be sort of
Lesnar just launched them both back in the ring in that quick of a time period and strikes back. F5!
That move's put many people away. Could we continue the trend?
He played possum with Punk there, and Punk ain't moving for a second. The best is motionless as a result of the beast. We're up to 5, and Lesnar just stares at him, and Punk is up at 5. Lesnar just kicked him in the face to bring him back down.
You can almost see a smile on the face of Brock Lesnar as he saw CM Punk get up.
He must be happy. They get to beat each other up even more. And Brock gets to get beaten up even more. Brock enjoys taking the punishment. Punk there just going right for the ribs and the back of Brock Lesnar as much as he could. Quickly gets himself out of that ring. And once again here tonight, the tables come out to play.
The table's definitely playing a big role in the last match we saw them in.
Punk looking to set up that table, and Brock Lesnar
Wow.
just socked him. Socked him in his retaliation. Lesnar, table or not, doesn't make a difference to him, because there goes Punk flying as a result of that fall-away slam.
You saw him popping up like a Brock Lesnar puppet show.
But Punk fights back there, flying forearm now. And the Beast goes down temporarily. You're seeing every move they're striking is bringing the other one down. But they are just using this count to take a breather more than anything. These strikes here being hit by Punk, but Lesnar won't fall to any of them. And I think we're about to see number 3 of the night. CM Punk lines himself up in position. The table can wait, because Punk wants to risk it all to beat Brock Lesnar. CM Punk with a suicide dive!
You could almost see Brock Lesnar trying to catch CM Punk, but it would not work at that velocity.
Both men eat shit into the floor, but they're going to get each other up as quickly as they can. Even the referee there didn't want to start that count. Maybe because he knew they would get up just as quickly. Punk has Lesnar in his clutches once more. He's clubbering away at him, but Brock just returned the favor with a hard headbutt that gave him some room to work with, because now here goes Brock Lesnar, finally taking Punk for the first time in this match to Suplex City.
That makes about 3 for the night,
Oh
doesn't it?
my God.
Wow.
A trip to Suplex City. It seems as if CM Punk wants even more.
If you think kicking out at 1 is impressive, imagine getting up at 1.
Lesnar counters it and sends Punk there hard into that table. Punk is dazed, staggered, confused. Lesnar now will capitalize. An F5.
An F5, but an F5 just shy of the table.
But think about this in comparison. We've seen 2 F5s, but not a single go to sleep so far. And the count keeps going here. Punk is not responsive right now. Oh, he got back up at 5 again, and it's exactly the same receipt as before. A kick in the face. And again, just what this is now, Lesnar reaching the stage where he just starts hitting things. And in this case, the thing is CM Punk.
I'm surprised CM Punk is still able to keep up some semblance of speed this far into the match.
Lesnar now is getting vicious. This is where the beast really comes out to play, and I'm surprised actually it's taken this long for someone to get busted open. Punk still refuses to stay down for longer than a 5 count. Oh, and again! I don't even think that was a kick that time. I think that was a knee that just flew into his face. And again, he gets up early. And again, Lesnar kicks him back down.
Each time Brock Lesnar hits you, it's like seeing a brick fly through a window.
Oh no, whoa, oh my god! And Punk rolls to the outside after going through that table, and he still stands.
That was a smart move, because you could almost use the apron as support to stand up.
And Punk now decides he wants to make this match even more dangerous than it already is. Somehow, after going through the table, after taking 2 F5s, CM Punk still stands and still wants to fight Lesnar. Now the steps have come into play. Into the face of the beast.
Both of these men not willing to stay down.
He goes back to that chair, and Lesnar now is just sitting in the corner taking chair shot after chair shot, but he had enough there. The beast fought back, and oh no, another trip is on its way.
Oh, you can see CM Punk's neck snapping against the rope.
You can see CM Punk trying to find something to grab on to get him out of it.
We got shrapnel covering half the ring.
I don't even know if that third one hit the steps or not there. Punk is not moving, and for the first time we're past 5. But Punk gets up at 6 and gets up to his feet and starts swinging again. Strikes, clubs, whatever he can hit to Lesnar. Lesnar counters it though. F5 number 3 could be on its way very, very shortly.
Lesnar, it seems like right now he's taking his time. He's slowing down a bit.
He shouldn't, because Punk just showed why he shouldn't want a DDT. What do you do if you're both men now? What do you do to try and finish the other one? Alright, that may help.
Ow.
And Punk again with the stomps, the strikes. He has gone through almost everything he can think of that would help towards putting Brock Lesnar away. Falcon Arrow there. He's hunched over, you can see it. But he's kicking and striking smoke out of Brock Lesnar. He's going to go to that top rope again. How does he still have it in him?
You could tell CM Punk, he's not slowing down the offense. He can't. Not even for a second.
It's that elbow drop on Lesnar, who didn't even respond to it, essentially. Lesnar could be out here, but Punk wants to make sure of it. Punk wants this to be over for good. Finally, go to sleep. And what?
Oh my God.
Lesnar just got right up to his feet, and CM Punk doesn't even know what to do. He'll go for it again. Go to sleep. And one more time. Punk in position. The beast may be slain. Go to sleep for a third time. I think that's it.
He's got to be out.
I think that's it. 3 of them. I mean, he got it from the first one like it was nothing, but 3. And after everything in this match, has Punk finally slain the beast? Is it all over? Punk feels it. He feels it. 7. We're up to
8.
Oh my God. Lesnar still goes, counters Punk, and Lesnar!
No, no way.
The F5!
CM Punk even catching a bit of the stare.
How? He took 3 of them. How is he even conscious? Let alone doing what he just did. Punk ain't moving either. Can he get up? Can Punk keep fighting? The count's up to 8. 9. Brock Lesnar beats CM Punk. The Beast.
Wow.
Slayed the best. Wow. That was brutal.
You have Lesnar almost shaking off 3 go-to-sleeps, multiple suplex variants onto chairs, onto stairs, and an elbow drop.
And a pile driver through a table, and a suicide dive. And Brock Lesnar is your winner.
Larry, you look at that
Punk,
man. He almost looks like he wasn't in the match.
CM Punk threw everything in the kitchen sink at Brock Lesnar, but it wasn't enough. Brock Lesnar beat CM Punk. What a war. That's the only word that can be used to describe it. From a war to, I don't even know what to call this one, chaos, anarchy, a riot is probably the best word we can use to describe this altercation here at WrestleMania. It is a triple threat match for the World Heavyweight Championship. All 3 parties supporting different sides, but all 3 want the same common ground, the World Heavyweight Championship.
It's finally time for
the
the
world
real
champion. It's the world champion Jinder Mahal, his old rival in Adam Cole, and the invading party of the villain Marty Scurll. These 3 men have been destined to do battle for some time. It's only fair that we take a look at how this all came to be. Kick out for the Bullet Club. Save us, please.
3. Yes. Oh my God! It's finally over! I've got something for you, Adam Cole. The world title, because it's finally over. Oh my God! No! It's happening. A second Kassius, the new world heavyweight champion, Jinder Mahal.
In your main event here, Adam Cole will go one-on-one against Triple H. Adam Cole, oh why? Oh, already? Here he is. Triple H from behind with the roll-up now to try and beat Cole here. There's 2 and there's 3. Jinder Mahal will be in action with Adam Cole and Triple H. The Panama Sunrise. 3. Adam Cole beats Jinder Mahal. He pinned him, and I think it is pretty obvious now what is going to happen at the Royal Rumble. Adam Cole and Jinder Mahal are on the verge of squaring off for that world title. Oh, come on. Looking to try and slip his way out of this title match, and he just did. Cheer shots to Cole now. Up again through the ropes. Suicide DDT. And the power just went out. What the? I don't know. Marty Scurll's got Adam Cole. Adam Cole will go into a gauntlet match where he will take on Jinder Mahal and Marty Scurll. All hail the villain. No, it's Jinder Mahal. Jinder Mahal is here. The modern day Maharaja. The world champion has gone way off the deep end. Adam Cole has beaten Marty Scurll. This will be settled at WrestleMania.
Long live the villain.
The modern day Maharaja.
At WrestleMania.
Oh,
Well,
God.
what a reception for this man as well at WrestleMania. Adam Cole walks in as the challenger. Can he leave as a champion? The drive for Adam Cole has been going on for so many months. Does it come full circle here? Does Adam Cole finally get to call himself the World Heavyweight Champion?
Snore.
I say this, if Adam Cole is in his position, Adam Cole is at the state. He has nothing left to lose. How do you stop a man who has nothing to lose?
He's got nothing to lose, and he's got nothing in terms of chances of winning this match.
Well, Adam Cole has beaten both men in this matchup, but so too has this man. The villain, Marty Scurll. The invading force of this one. The man who, instead of sitting by and watching, took action and spoiled the party. Does the villain head out of WrestleMania with the World Heavyweight Championship?
You know, I definitely don't agree with some of the stuff Marty Scurll has done, but ever since, I became Raw General Manager, he's someone that I think you've kind of admired, right?
Yes.
Maybe me too a little bit, and as much as I hate to say it, here he is finding himself in Raw's main event for WrestleMania.
And Scurll looks in business as well, but only 6 days after the steel cage match with Adam Cole, after the onslaught that they went through in that match. How does he feel? How does Adam Cole feel after being driven by Jinder Mahal with a coloss following that steel cage match?
Oh, here we are. Do you hear that? Do you hear that?
Yes, and I hope to hear it for
Do
the
you
very
see
last
that?
time here tonight. Yes, I
The
see a
World
joke.
Heavyweight Champion, the best World Champion Raw has to offer, that this universe has to offer, is here.
April Fool's was last week,
I don't
and yet
care.
the joke is still going on.
Yeah, you're right. Seth Rollins is still ECW champ. Very observant of you.
Funny boy.
This is the man, a true opportunist, a true
Your English is as good
trailblazer.
as him.
So, hey, my English is very good. So you just said Jinder Mahal is very good.
No, I didn't. I was being sarcastic because you don't know how to say the word opportunist.
Anyways,
So come on, you're gonna big up this guy. You're gonna suck him off after what he did on Raw.
yeah, yes I am. He, like I said, an opportunistic opportunist.
So attacking people, not expecting anything from Jinder Mahal.
Look,
in fact, some people who
clearly-
weren't even scheduled on the card is
Clearly,
opportunistic. No, that's
Yes.
a cheap shot. That's a scumbag move.
Jinder Mahal is a man who knows how to win championships and he knows how to keep championships. He lost
Money in
at
the
the
bank
Royal.
and getting himself disqualified.
He lost at the Royal Rumble, but he still won because he's still the champion and he's going into WrestleMania as champion and he's retaining at WrestleMania as champion.
Yeah, we'll see how that one goes.
It's gonna go great. Look at him. He's tossing around Adam Cole like he's nothing. Marty Scurll probably has a concussion already.
Yeah, I'm sure he does. Look at him. Look at Adam Cole flying around the ring after such incredible moves as a back rake.
Well, it's the beginning of the match.
He
It's
moved
all-
about 4 inches from that back suplex.
You know, I get the impression that you don't like Jinder Mahal.
It's taken you this long to realize.
Too bad. Because look at him beating up Marty Scurll. Look, I was going to ask who do you think's going to win. You probably think Marty Scurll, right?
You haven't been looking at the shirt I've been wearing this Mania, have you?
No, I haven't. I don't look at you.
I don't blame you because, you know, I am actually what a human being should look like, not a tub of lard like you do.
You're really picking at straws there.
I'm repping the villain shirt here tonight. I'm on Team Marty Scurll. And I'm well aware people will be in Camp Adam Cole as well, and I'm okay with that. Even though Cole and I certainly have our issues, I'm fine with it. But I think it's Scurll's time. I think to be the invading force that he has been and be so confident in doing it as well, and to beat both men, he's fine.
Larry.
He's doing pretty damn good.
Buddy, it can't be Marty Scurll's time if Jinder Mahal's time isn't even close to running out yet. We haven't even been through a fraction of his time as World Heavyweight Champion. Because I dare say...
it already feels like an eternity.
And it's going to feel like an eternity more because he's going to be longer reigning than Seth Rollins. He's going to be longer reigning than Bobby Fish, whoever that guy is.
Just nope.
You're going to see.
Continue on here. Scurll going after the leg of Jinder Mahal repeatedly there. Elbows into that knee time and time over. It was Scurll who picked the false count anywhere stipulation, yet so far all 3 men have done a good job of staying in the ring.
And I think that we have to commit that to Jinder Mahal's quality of being a ring general.
Look at this. Oh, super kick in the leg. Jumping double stomp in the chest by Adam Cole. I haven't seen him bring that out to the plate before. Covers Scurll after it here, hoping it's enough. The villain kicking out at 1, though.
I guess you got to pull out all the stops for WrestleMania. I got to say, that was certainly impressive.
Elbows there by Adam Cole. Now the villain's starting to feel a bit of the effect. As these 2 men, who certainly have their own bad blood with one another, keep going here. Cole picks up Scurll. Oh, into the path of Jinder.
Yes! Pin him! Get the pin!
Why? Scurll standing right there. He's going to stop it. Super kick. Steal the pin. Yes, what a genius.
No.
1, 2.
Kick out.
Adam Cole kicked out.
Oh, my God. I've never been so happy to see, you know, a delinquent kick out.
Adam Cole, though, still going. Went for a back suplex countered by Marty, who comes raining down with a Luthez Prez there of strikes. And he's, for the first time...
Yes!
Here.
Maharaja! Oh, God.
And for the 3rd time tonight, a baseball bat has come to play.
Jinder pretty much dodged that first swing.
And Scurll dodged the second there, but oh, at the 3rd one. Right in his jaw, I think that one went.
Beautiful.
Cole still down, and Jinder
Get the
now
pin.
going after Marty Scurll.
Yes.
Stupid.
Yes. My hands are up.
Yes, but you're not the winner.
Shati, yes.
Cover here by Jinder now. Scurll, no worries. They're kicking out early on.
You'll get him next time. Don't worry about it.
As all 3 men here have been involved in the early goings, there's been no breaks, really. Cole now, single underhook suplex, thinking about it. Jinder counted his way out. The more aggressive side of Jinder Mahal that has been emerging over these last 2 weeks has come out to play you at WrestleMania. This fighter from Jinder Mahal has finally started to show his face. Double underhook suplex there to Scurll.
So, you know, I gotta ask, in this crucial part in this match, oh, nice camel clutch. Tomorrow night on Raw, do you think I should go with velvet carpets or red?
Red what?
Carpets.
Red wine, because you're probably going to need a lot of it to drink away your sorrows. after you witness what happens here tonight. Super kick to Jinder.
No.
Flying forearm, countered. Cole with a super kick of his own. Cover on Skull to be champion. Skull kicks out at 2.
Pathetic. You know, I gotta say it.
That's fine. You know, it's okay for you to admit to your own mistakes. Panama Sunrise by Adam Cole.
Oh, no. No, he can't pin him, though. Jinder's in the ring. Don't be a fool.
Yeah, Jinder's very distracted as well from the looks of things according to that replay. Goes for the count, though.
Not even close.
Not wise from Adam Cole. He returns his favor here back to Jinder Mahal. Throws him into the corner. With Skull out of the situation for a little bit, these two bitter rivals can have at it with one another. Adam Cole might even think in springboard they realized that Jinder was too far away.
Jinder also in the wrong position. You know, I'd hate to say it, but I think Marty Scurll and Adam Cole, they've been doing some pretty shady tactics. 3 count. That's it. Would you care for me to explain?
No, I don't care. Anything goes in a triple threat match.
So, in a triple threat match, you don't have to pin the champion to become champion. So
well done. I'm glad you've read your rules.
By them not pinning Jinder Mahal, it's kind of scummy to me. You know, I just think that's kind of bad.
I don't care.
Well, you're gonna care if something else happens.
Oh,
yes!
Boy,
2 of the
it's
night!
a Cole
2 of the night!
Who's there? It's Adam Cole! Drop kick to Jinder. Denies him the chance. He steals the cover on Skull.
That's not right!
Oh!
Oh my god.
Damn!
That's not right.
Going back to the Intercontinental title match from earlier tonight, there only needs to be you and the person who you want to pin in the ring if you want to win this one. Anyone else and you're not going to get that victory. Lutez Perez takedown here. The blood that is forming down Marty Skull's face, blood that we've seen a whole lot here tonight, is keeping the villain going. It's spurring him on more so than anything else. Once more, Skull goes to the outside here. Is he thinking baseball bat again? Is he thinking steel steps? His opponents are down. He's thinking steel steps.
It's not gonna matter. It's not gonna matter. Jinder's getting to his feet. He can stop it. He can intercept this. Who does a
takes
back
care of business there. Olympic slam. And the villain continues to go after the world champion here, while Adam Cole is a little bit not moving. Cole watching on now as Skull demonstrates his strength and a feat of strength at that. Round and round.
What is that?
The world champion goes, dumped on the steps, as dizzy as you like.
That's not wrestling.
Skull just sent the Monday Maharaja over the top rope as well, and now we go to the outside. Adam Cole goes to the outside as well. It is on here. Falls count anywhere rules truly in effect. Looks for the cover after it. Cole comes running in to break that one up.
Skull was almost trying to pull a fast one on Adam Cole, but as much as I hate the guy, he's no idiot.
Kick out there early by Skull as these two men continue to go out of here. Jinder hasn't moved a muscle. And finally brings himself up to his feet here. But Cole drives him right back down into the mat. This could be where the World Championship is decided. The cover, kick out. Super kick!
But Cole fell down too. What an idiot.
2 seconds ago he wasn't calling him an idiot, but alright. Skull comes in to break it up. The fatigue there for Cole, I think, from how much these two men have been beaten, these 3 men have been beaten up, meant he couldn't go right for the cover. Jinder counters the attempted Panama Sunrise on the outside, but a big counter there by Cole. Skull just healthy to stand back and watch by as Jinder's back goes into the barricade and Cole's face into the mat.
I simply cannot respect that offense from Adam Cole, using the barricade to his advantage.
It's no DQ, you fucking buffoon. Stealing a cover here, kick out at 2 by Cole. Jinder was too dazed to try and fight back, and Skrull will look to try and quickly steal another one. Jinder doing some sun walking, I think, because he was, I don't know, is that the opposite of a fucking moonwalk? Well, Adam Cole just got kneed in the back, taken care of for a second. Jinder Mahal hits into the steps hard. Marty Skrull now rolling through in an Alabama slam position to bring Cole down on his neck.
You know, one advantage Marty Skrull probably has in this match right here is that I don't think his intention is to beat anyone up to a pulp, not in the same way Adam Cole and Jinder want to each other. Marty Skrull just wants the belt.
Oh, on the outside.
Yes.
Another Colossus.
Get the pin. End it all. It's over.
Dumped him down there and is into the cover now. Referee runs over to count it. One, two. Skrull kicks out still.
What?
Elbow now. Cole back up to his feet and back in this one. Cole looks to cover Jinder after it. Skrull ain't moving after that. Colossus cover kick out. You okay? You seem to have gone a little bit quiet over there.
Nothing is wrong. Jinder is fine. Everything is fine. I'm fine.
Seems fine taking repeated elbows into the skull by Adam Cole. Seems just fine.
You know what? You're the biggest hypocrite this universe has.
What?
I mean, you loved Adam Cole now, but now you're a Marty Skrull guy. I don't get it, man.
I have explained myself every single week why I'm not a fan of Adam Cole, you dweeb. But of course you wouldn't know that because you're not here. Cole sent up and over the ring. Skrull brought them back in for his master plan.
Stop.
He sent Cole outside.
It's not gonna matter. It's not gonna matter.
He locks Jinder into it. The crossface chicken wing, middle of the ring, locking it in, wrapping his legs around Jinder, tightening it, pulling, trying to make him tap out. Is Skrull going to be the world champ?
Get to the rope.
He's nowhere near them.
Please get the rope.
Skrull, will he get it? Jinder kicking about. Yes! Whoop whoop! The villain is champion. Oh, celebrated Marty Skrull, for on this night, the villain has earned it. The invading force leaves with all the riches, and he beat the world champion to do it.
It's not true.
Marty Skrull is world heavyweight champion. Let me just say that one more time so you understand, Daro.
It's not true.
Marty Skrull is the world heavyweight champion, and he beat. No, let's not say beat. He tapped out Jinder Mahal. You know what? That is such a good sentence. I'm going to say it one last time. Your new world heavyweight champion, the villain, Marty Skrull. If I'm not happy for the win of Skrull, I am certainly happy because your mouth is now shut. The joke goes on no longer. Mercy. Well, there is no such thing as a joke in this one. The joke has all but faded away because now it is time for a serious fight. It is time for your main event of WrestleMania. The Rainmaker against Bobby Fish. The Royal Rumble winner against the WWE Champion. A man looking to become the new ace and a man desperate to protect his legacy within this universe. Bobby Fish has done it all, but he has never won the main event of WrestleMania. Kazuchika Okada has never been in a WrestleMania. These two men want one thing. They want to be the man. Only one can have that right. And as we head to this match, Let's see how it all came to be. He's going to defy the odds. He's going to make history. And a 4th fish hook. Ladies and gentlemen, with a 1, 2, 3, Bobby Fish has just made it to day 365. With Fish on the outside. Oh my god, it's Randy Orton. The Orton doing you. RKO by Orton. And another RKO. The Viper just screwed over Kyle O'Reilly. Oh my god, no. I'm disgusted by what I've just seen. And you mean to tell me, after all this war, after everything we've been through, Bobby Fish is gonna win in this fashion? It can't happen. Not like this. Fish hook. Kazuchika Okada is the new NXT champion. From the very depths, he holds on to the title. Okada lives to fight another day, but you know for a fact this one isn't over. Will he has just killed or remain? No, no, please, no, no! Hard elbow by Strowman to get out of it. Okada counters. Irish whip. Strowman goes over the top. Okada. Clothesline. Okada wins. Okada wins. I will say it again. Do my eyes deceive me? On this night, they do not. Ladies and gentlemen, the Royal Rumble winner, Kazuchika Okada. What the hell does this mean? We wondered, where would he go? What would he do? Who would he face at WrestleMania? And the answer is standing right in front of us. Rainmaker! Put it in your calendars, April 8th. WrestleMania's main event is sealed. He's got him. Fish hook. Fish is going to kill him. And you feel the arena being ready for this main event. It may not have the biggest emotion heading into it. It may not be the most heated confrontation, but so much is on the line. The SmackDown Live brand as a whole is on the line as the new ace looks to roll his way into town and take the crown from Bobby Fish. Kazuchika Okada has been through everything he could possibly have gone through. He's been through the Dangerous Alliance. He has been through the wraths of Bobby Fish. He went through, even down on NXT, the wrath of an NXT champion. To go from being taken out on a stretcher to the Royal Rumble winner 24 hours later. All for this moment in time, to main event WrestleMania and to attempt to become the WWE champion. Is tonight at WrestleMania, the night where the Rainmaker becomes the man of SmackDown Live. And you see as Okada stands up on that second rope and takes in his reaction, takes in the scene of it all. He knows what and who is up next. The man who has collectively held the WWE Championship for now some 20 months. The longest reigning world champion in the history of this universe. The longest reigning champion in general in this universe. Bobby Fish knows what is at stake. He knows that this is his last stand. He has been through everyone he could have possibly been through. He hasn't been through Kazuchika Okada. If Fish wins here tonight, the legacy of his will be sealed. It will be proven that Bobby Fish was not a champion by luck, but by skill and by being better than anyone. If he loses here tonight, he has finally been toppled off that mountain, and Okada came in to replace him there. Ooh, this one's going to be a dicey one. Okada heads in, not at 100%, and he knows it. He's taken out by Bobby Fish with a fish hook so devastating it gave him a minor concussion. And he did the same to Sami Zayn a week and a half ago on SmackDown. But now as these two men stand face to face with each other alone in a ring, aside from that man at ringside, Paul Heyman, Bobby Fish has spent his entire time as champion waiting for this one moment. He has defended his belt at WrestleMania, but he has not main evented this event until now. Bobby Fish has become akin to an insane prisoner at an asylum. Believes everyone should all hail Bobby Fish. Tonight, Okada looks to shut him up and lock him away. We have made it. The bell rings, and the main event of WrestleMania proceeds to get underway. And Fish heads out swinging. Right at the get-go for the leg of Okada. He knows this man is not at 100% and he wants to keep going here. He wants to keep attacking him. But Okada not going to give in that easily. Sends him over the top rope quickly. The Rainmaker with a big drop kick, and Fish hits hard on the outside. Away from Paul Heyman as well. But it's not on the outside where Okada wants to settle his dealings. It's on the inside where it matters, where he can win that WWE Championship. And here goes Okada now. The suplex has come raining in. A world title has changed hands and a world title has been retained here tonight. Okada is that deciding factor.
I think I'm ready.
Are you out of your? Have you had your time now?
Yeah, I think I'm ready.
Okay. Can you when you leave though, you are going to be told to wipe up the floor.
We're not talking about that. So, who are you rooting for?
Okada.
Okada in the biggest event we have.
Yes.
I think I'm gonna go for Fish.
All right. Well, you don't want to see another new world champion tonight, I'm guessing. One was already enough to break your heart.
Can we stop? We have Bobby Fish, already going towards the middle rope.
German suplex there by Okada, strikes again. One thing is known by these two men. We're looking at the match almost similar to Styles and Rollins earlier tonight. Way more than one finisher to put them away. I said it on his way down the ramp. In 24 hours, he went from being carried out on a stretcher to the Royal Rumble winner. If you think you are going to put Okada down by a fish hook, 2, maybe even 3, you're ridiculous. Fish has to throw literally everything to put away Okada, and I don't know if he's got what it takes to keep Okada down.
Well, you're right. It's gonna take everything and more, but I solemnly believe that if anybody can do it, it's got to be Bobby Fish.
Fish uses the outside for the first time there. Sends him into the barricade. A pop-up Samoan drop there. Brings Okada's back down on the mat. And again, Fish goes for those legs. Trying to ground Okada. He knows what he can do on the mat, and he wants to keep Okada grounded. He wants to take away his speed and his power.
That's going to be a smart entryway. Potentially, if you're taking out the legs, you're possibly taking out the Rainmaker in a sense.
In a sense, yeah, you're going to need a lot of your legs to bring home that force, really. Okada goes and returns the favor. Now single leg Boston Crab applied to Fish here, wearing down that leg. Most notably, trying to take away the fish hook. But in the same breath I said about the fish hook, Okada's going to need so many Rainmakers, I think, to put away Fish. This is a man who, with his own bare hands, found a way to beat Brock Lesnar. No weapons, just his own 2 hands. Fish there with a brainbuster onto the knee, looking to strike this early, perhaps.
And if you don't know how impressive beating Brock Lesnar is, I suggest you rewind the tape and go watch his match earlier tonight.
Once again, Fish just looks to try and dictate the pace. He grapples in Okada and stops him from moving. Runs at him there. Basically launches himself at Okada, and you see Fish almost proclaiming how great he thinks he is. Does Fish feel the end on its way already? I certainly do not think so. You see the way this match is being dictated, though. It's not about the desire to, whereas Styles and Rollins were even desiring to beat each other senseless. These 2 men are playing the long game. They know it's going to be a long road to put away their opponent. They don't want to exhaust themselves this early.
Yeah, I say, a lot of the stuff happening this early in the match, it probably won't play a big factor into, the big old finish of it all.
Absolutely not. We've seen the brainbuster on the knee be the biggest move thus far. There's that clinical dropkick from Okada, but, they need more. They need to, if they're going to wait to bring out their finishing maneuvers, as Okada here with an STF camel clutch being applied. That leg trapped in and that head being pulled back on, all working to take away the fish hook and work on the Rainmaker. Elbow there by Fish to stumble Okada back a little bit, and he takes control. Jawbreaker, counter by Fish. The men starting to get a little bit more pacey with one another now. The feeling out process seems to have faded away. This is not typical Bobby Fish. This is a Bobby Fish risking it all through the ropes.
Wow. This is probably 4th of the night, and each one is a different variation, it seems.
That was certainly not as risk-taking as a suicide dive, but it could certainly be as damaging as it. The boots just leveling into the chest, and now Okada's back and his neck being driven into the barricade there. And now, though, Okada looks to return the favor, maybe. Face first into that barricade goes Fish. But you see there, the count reaches 5 and Okada just comes back in the ring. He wants to beat Fish in the ring. He wants to prove he's the better wrestler. Such back and forth action going on this far. I think that might be the first pinfall of the match.
And definitely that one. I don't think Okada even thought that would end it.
Oh, absolutely not. He's just trying to take anything he can out of Fish's Fish's lungs, really, trying to take any air away from him. This is a man who, of course, has been through everything. We talked about Rollins going through 3 stages of hell. He went through Fish went through a 30-minute Iron Man match with Shinsuke Nakamura and came out in the winning end. He has been through Brock Lesnar twice. He has been, of course, in his now historic war with Kyle O'Reilly. He's been inside Hell in a Cell and lived to tell the tale. And Okada now, for the first time this match, goes up to the top rope. What can the longest reigning NXT champion do here? Whiff that elbow drop as Fish moved out of the way incredibly quickly.
I don't think Bobby Fish shows any signs of slowing in terms of this reign and in terms of this match.
Okada, though, tells him to stuff that. Count does. Big drop kick. And Okada, for the first time this match, bringing out a signature fitting of the tombstone. And Okada feels it. He's calling Fish up to his feet. Is he looking to strike this early? Swings him round. Grapples in.
Already.
Rainmaker.
Already.
He hopes it to be enough. Is this the big moment we've been waiting for? Oh! And you could hear Paul Heyman almost squeal on the outside. This one keeps on going. Fish continues to target the leg there. This is a match of human chess, essentially. More than what it is a blood feud.
That being said, I don't think either man is going to let up.
Again, Okada counters again. He will look to fly, and again he hits that drop kick, showing that his leg is still got a whole lot of life left in it as he looks to take the fish hook away here. That's another thing to think about. Fish struck first with a signature move, but Okada struck first with a finisher. The mind games keep on rolling there. Okada was able to take the bigger leap. This is, this is one of those stories that gets told in the ring as time goes on, and you've got to keep your eye out about it. Fish now, is this a desperation cover? Because if you were looking to wear someone down, you'd hook the leg.
And, as far as we know, that Rainmaker could have already tipped the scales in Okada's favor.
It seems as if why Fish is now resorting to those huge moves. It's why he's going for all the big time Exploder suplexes we've seen, and now he's finally telling himself he needs to slow it down. Chin lock, had to let go there out of fear maybe that Okada was getting out of it. That is smart. But that was two from Okada. I'll give even Bobby Fish the credit. He has an incredible ring IQ to be aware of everything that Okada is doing. But Okada has the higher one because he's the one making Fish do these moves. He's making him exert energy like that. How much longer do you see it being until a fish hook is struck in this one?
Well, I think it's gotta be soon, because you can already see Bobby Fish is slowing maybe even a little bit more than Okada is.
Superplex! Big time move that will have an effect on both men. And I agree with you on the point. He needs to strike soon and fast with that move, but Okada keeps on denying him. In the turnbuckle we go. Okada throws him away here, and again he'll look for a drop kick. Those legs of Okada's working just fine.
3 top rope drop kicks, each one hurting Bobby Fish more than the last.
Big punch there in the face by Fish, and now he goes after the leg again. Quick kick, and again, pop-up Samoan drop. To be this going so far in this match and still be able to possess something like that is great. And a little thing I just copped on for a second there. When Heyman watches any match, he slouches against the apron usually. This one, he's standing upright. Heyman's nervous and hopes that this will be it. You said it had to be soon? Well, here it is. Fish hook!
And he hits it flawlessly. He got all of it. Could he have it all?
Everyone has fallen to this maneuver. But will it only be one to finish the Rainmaker? 1, 2. Okada powers out. And Fish is now getting dirty. He's dropped the wrestling and he's gotten desperate.
Well, I think if that first Rainmaker tipped the scales, that fish hook put it all in Fish's favor.
You saw Okada just launch himself in there, create a moment to give himself a breathing room. But it's Fish who's getting up first. That fish hook tipped the scales back in his favor. Elbow there though to Fish, and he clubs away here with forearms. Only just copped on when Okada is bleeding, so too is Fish. And now, gorgeous capture suplex. Cover, nothing. Nothing on that one. What I think both men are learning here is it's going to take so much to beat one another. And in some ways, they almost don't know how to beat one another.
It's going to boil down to who wants it more at the end of the day.
I couldn't even pick between that one because Fish is just desperate to continue his legacy. Fish again here with another exploder suplex. Each one going to be hurting more than the one prior. But Okada can still fight here. Reverse DDT. Down where there goes Bobby Fish. And up to the top rope here. He missed earlier. But does Okada feel this is the time for the elbow drop? He does, and he gets it. And the cover that follows with 2 and a kick out.
Quite frankly, if a move like that finished off the show, I'd be quite shocked. But at this point in the match, who knows, really?
This is a great wear down move here by Okada. Trapping Fish's escape as well. Fish has to use his own ability to get out of it, and indeed he does. Swinging Okada over there. Again, yelling out. Maybe to drive himself onwards, to keep himself going here.
Well, you know, Fish got the fish hook, but it seems like he couldn't take advantage of it just quite yet. Maybe this next maneuver can give him that winning edge.
Up on that top rope again. A top rope Falcon Arrow. What a huge move that one was by Fish. Okada's not moving as a result of it. And Fish now starting to just flurry away now to Okada. And he goes after that leg of the Rainmaker again, pulling on it with that dragon screw. Reversal there though by Okada. He's still going. Fish counters back. But Okada took too long. Even in this stage of the match, just trying to drag him there took too long. Fish still going. Clubs him there hard. And again, he goes after that leg. Perhaps Fish wants to win by submission. Who knows?
It's starting to get to Okada at this point. He couldn't even stand following that maneuver.
And again, that knee driving into the back of Okada. Do you think we're in a stage yet where next finisher wins, or is there still more that needs to be done?
Well, I think it's going to be next finisher wins.
Fish counters, hard clubbing blow into the back. And this, if you're right, is going to do it. Oh, he went for it, but his back gave out on him.
He couldn't get it out.
Couldn't pull it off.
Although
Super kick in the gut. Oops. Yeah. And Fish, if he couldn't get the fish hook, but he's looking to strike big. That brainbuster on the knee. Now, maybe after a few seconds of rest, he's got him. This could be the one.
Time.
Fish hook.
The second flawless fish hook of the night.
Does the legacy be formed tonight? Does Bobby Fish beat Kazuchika Okada? 1, 2, no. No. Fish can't believe it. And he's going for more. He's going for broke. Is Bobby Fish. Fish hook. Number 3. Not even Brock Lesnar survived 3.
2 in a row. Bobby Fish is all or nothing. Wow. Okay.
This is taking things too far. No one will have ever survived a 4 fish hooks.
Bobby Fish thinks it's all or nothing right now.
And Heyman is joyous. He rolls him. 1, 2, fucking hell. Okada kicks out of 4 fish hooks.
I don't believe it.
No one's done that. And Fish is getting desperate now into another desperate cover for Okada. Barely kick out at 2. Fish is getting aggravated.
What? I mean, I gotta ask, what more can Bobby Fish do?
I don't know. Okada has survived everything thrown at him. And now Fish, if he can't win by pinfall or submission, he's going to try and win, I guess, by knockout. That's almost as if it's his last resort at this point. Beat down Okada until he can't move, until the referee has to stop this one. Wrenching on the neck now still is Fish. After 4 fish hooks, something has got to be wrong in that head. Something in that skull of Okada's has to be not there. Has to be loopy or something like that. Another brain buster on that knee. And another cover to try here. And Okada kicks out a 1. Fish is going backwards.
That's insane. The one
Fish.
thing... No.
Number 5.
5 in a row.
Okada tells him to stuff it. Here goes Okada now. Tombstone from the Rainmaker.
But he knows. I think he knows it's not going to be over yet.
Okada calls him to his feet. And brings him in. Rainmaker.
Second Rainmaker of the night.
1, 2, and Fish kicks out.
I think Fish is thinking, if you're going to go ahead and kick out of 4, I'm kicking out of at least 2.
And Okada now just keeps on beating away as if he doesn't know what to do here. But Okada, after 4 fish hooks, is still going here. The Rainmaker never says die. And he goes after Fish with everything he's got. Apron DDT. Not an apron, a turnbuckle DDT. Drags him into the middle of the ring now. Does he look for closure? Does he look for that title? Fish has given everything and couldn't finish the Rainmaker. Okada to the top rope.
What could Okada be looking for? Another elbow drop.
Okada feels it. This arena senses it. Fish is in jeopardy. Tombstone again. The Rainmaker calls for Fish. Locks him in. German suplex. He hangs on. Rolls through. Rainmaker. And he's not done.
No
He is
way.
not done. He is not finished. 4 for 4. Rainmaker.
For extra measure, can Bobby Fish do it?
1, 2, 3. Okada wins. The legacy is over. The new ace is in town. And it is Kazuchika Okada.
This match didn't need weapons, no tables, but it certainly was just as flashy as everything else. And Okada proved to Bobby Fish who the real champion is.
Almost 2 years combined with that belt, all for this one moment. WrestleMania, the main event, and Okada is your winner. This story does have a happy ending after all. For all that Fish has done, he does not get to run around. For now, we reign in a new champion. For now, it is a new era. For now, it is the Rainmaker. Kazuchika Okada closes out an historic WrestleMania New champions all over the place. 2 new world champions. 1 man still atop his division. Chaos up and down this card. A night that will not be forgotten, but a night that closes with 1 man who reaps the rewards of it all. If WrestleMania is known by its closing image, then know that on this night, Kazuchika Okada beat Bobby Fish, took the legacy of that man, and headed out as WWE Champion. We are finished here at WrestleMania. What a night.